2021, hopefully a better year than the last. This is Iconic Productions' Friday night show. I am Josh, the Dungeon Master and World Builder for our mostly 5th edition D&D campaign, It Gets Worse, where usually it does. With us tonight, we've only got 3, but we've got Beth playing Shoji, the half-elf. Oh my god, she's a necromancer. Grace playing Vera Mayweather, the former crime boss, now adventuring rogue monk. And Jenny playing Karina, the human trickster cleric / rogue. And that's who we have with us tonight. So we're going to jump right back into when we last left our heroes. And when we last left our heroes, you guys had finally begun the last journey home. Oh my goodness. I checked the videos. You guys left Onishire on January 17th of 2020.
Oh my gosh.
It's
been almost a year.
You have been away from the main plot for about a year of real time. Anyway, you guys had finished your contract helping to clear out the holy city of Mindanathil for the cult of the Moon Maiden. You had been rewarded with lots of money, some equipment, some followers, and a magical boat that, when given the right command, turns back into a box. And with 16 legionaries, 5 or 6 followers, and Oth, your favorite. We need some kind of fun nickname. Your friendly neighborhood slime. We'll go with that for now. You jumped on the boat and began sailing down the river towards the inland sea. Your followers have been handling most of the combats. You've been attacked by everything that lives in the woods that encroach on this river. You guys had to throw down in a couple of the fights. You fought several massive Cyclops. You fought, what else did you guys fight last time? It was Cyclops. There were 2 back-to-back. Oh, and you guys got attacked by a bunch of flying things. Those were the griffins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of griffins. Barely survived. A couple of people got dropped, but were saved. I think, was it Shoji saved Vera, and then Vera turned around and saved Shoji just a few moments later in epic last-minute kills before they were carried away. And the rest of that day passed uneventfully into the night, and you guys get a full night's rest. There were no horrific encounters during the night. Before we pick up with the next day, is there anything that you guys would like to do? Also, real quick, I've shared the map with you that you can all actually see and use now, because Fantasy Grounds is working. I learned how to port my forwards, or forward my ports, or something.
Josh?
Yes?
We should also mention for the folks at home that we have a beautiful new frame overlay from Kelly Bennett Art.
We do. Would you like to talk about that?
All I know is Kelly Bennett Art is clearly very talented, and she does a lot of the overlays for the channel. And you can find her at kellybennett.art. So go give her a like and a subscribe and a follow and all the art love. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen what it actually looks like live, and now I'm looking at it.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's
so cool. Very old school theme. I like it. And awesome. All right. So I've shared the map. If you guys would like to place yourselves wherever it is that you will be, that you want to be on the ship, I've gone ahead and placed Almania at the prow of the ship because currently your navigator has instructed her to stay as far away from him as possible because, and I forgot to mention this in the recap, last time she tried to grab the steering and take you guys down a different route. Mm-hmm. And that was weird.
I'm in the crow's nest.
Oh, that's right. You are at the very top in the crow's nest. All right. So we can move right on into kind of the next day, unless there is anything that you guys would like to do. You're all crammed on a very small ship with lots of people. There is no such thing as a private conversation on this ship, but you are free to do as you like.
Well, I will be standing, Karina will be standing next to Almania, making sure that she does, in fact, stay the hell away from Mr. the Vile.
Yeah.
Because Almania is clearly, while ravishingly beautiful, quite shady and weird. So Karina has recently discovered this fact.
Said the rogue trickster cleric. Yeah, Almania's just like, oh, look, it's fine. It's gone. I'm gonna stay over here. It's gonna be fine.
Well, between you and me, love, also, like, I'm not going anywhere near the skinny one either. Like, I don't know what's wrong with all of you people, but you're crazy.
I can't argue with you there. We're a little bit weird. All right. Does anybody want to do anything this evening, or shall we move on?
Can I get? I think I still had a point of exhaustion. Is it just a normal rest to take care of that?
You have to treat the wound, actually. This is not
Okay.
exhaustion that goes away immediately with rest. So you or somebody else can make a medicine check.
Can I have somebody else assist me?
I can do that.
Karina, go for it.
Sure. I'm real good at medicine. It'll work. Guidance.
DC's 10.
I'm going to guide myself.
Oh, and actually, I have a problem. I should have mentioned earlier.
15.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't log into Fantasy Grounds. It says downloading files, and it's just like stuck.
Okay.
So-
So make sure that it's updated.
Yes, I did that because at first I tried to log in, and it's like, oh, updates available. Oh no.
Okay.
And
What were you going to say, Jenny?
When I first logged in with the new password, it took about a minute or a minute and a half for all the files to download because it's just essentially repopulating your cache. So
yes.
if it's been that long, it's probably no big deal. But if it's been like 3 or 4 minutes, you probably want to X out and start over.
Yeah. Try.
Alrighty.
I'll try again.
All right. The night passes uneventfully. It is boom into this day. Okay. And you guys still have another full day. Is there anything in particular that you guys would like to do during this next day? You can see that all of the legionnaires at least have stripped their. Actually, no, they've still got their armor on, but they have essentially created a system of ropes that tie into the side of the ship and run all along it. And every legionnaire has a rope around their waist and then tied to, and then kind of on a loop, then tied to that, the rope that kind of runs along the side. So everybody's tied in somewhere, and it's long enough that they can move a little bit and do their job. But also, if they get thrown overboard, you can see Fanogan the Vile has also tied himself in, just in case any crazy bird people decide to throw him over the edge again.
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm probably going to doom myself by saying this, but I'm going to remain a free agent when it comes to that.
All right.
Actually,
Signed death warrant there.
I'll join you in the deathness.
In the death warrantness? Okay.
Seriously, no, you're fine if you need to go somewhere.
Yeah, Karina's not an idiot. She'll tie herself in.
Okay. It will limit your movement essentially to the square that you're in, and it will take an action to undo.
Sure. But
All right.
bonus action because I'm a rogue?
That's a good point.
No, because essentially what you're going to have to do is untie the knot.
Okay.
Although,
It's still using an object.
yeah, I guess it would be. I would let you essentially use your disengage. Well, yeah, we'll essentially call it a disengage. So most people it would take an action, but rogues you can do it as a bonus action. We'll go with
Cool.
that. All right. Cool. As this day passes, you're all sitting where you are.
Can I roll observation just because I'm the scout or lookout?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me perception.
Yes.
Could I help her with that with the bird?
Ooh,
Yes, you can.
thank you. Does that give me advantage or does it do we double
No,
up?
This will be separate rolls.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what my rolls are until they show up. This is so exciting. 22.
22. Okay. And Shoji's not in. Bird has a +2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your bird rolls a 10.
But they have advantage if it's sight.
I don't think ravens do. I feel like we.
They're not in here.
Anyway,
Hold
it doesn't matter because Vera definitely saw better than as well as the bird possibly can. Vera, as you guys are sailing down the river, you definitely see several large shapes deep underneath the water. And they are following the boat.
I will draw attention to them, to the men below, and just be like, keep an eye, but don't attack unless they attack.
So once they're pointed out to me, can I peer over the side and see if I know what they are?
Give me a perception check.
I was hoping for a nature check, since
Right,
I'm
but you can't see blob and know what it is.
okay.
You can't quite make they are deep enough that you can't quite make out kind of how any distinctive features enough to identify them as anything specific. They are quite large.
Okay.
I will keep sort of half an eye on them even as I keep looking ahead. And if they start making any aggressive moves, I'll immediately sound a warning.
Okay. As you go, they definitely start to kind of rise. They don't become larger. They become clearer as they definitely get closer and closer to the surface. And at that point, both Karina and Vera, you can see that each has many heads. And so Vera, as you kind of call out your warning and everybody gets ready, 15 heads on long serpentine necks kind of break out of the water and start crawling over the edge. You guys will only have to deal with 2 of them. So 10 of the heads, but 2 aquatic Hydra type creatures kind of rise up on each side of the ship. Because of Vera's warning, they do not get a surprise round. But I do need everybody to roll a quick initiative.
Well, dear audience, it got worse.
Well, that's okay.
Well, that's decent at least.
Oh, for once my initiative didn't suck. I've been cursed with bad initiative.
And I am finally on fantasy grounds.
Hey, just in time.
Just in time.
Okay.
Poor
I'll
Almania.
hold her for a while. That's fine. Since I'm jaggering her tonight, I don't have to hold her for a while.
Yeah, good point.
All right.
Okay.
Almania on an 8, Shoji on a 14. Oh, and Vera rolled well.
For once. I've been so angry this whole time. I haven't been able to roll for crap on initiative.
have been really bad.
Yep.
All right, Vera, Shochi, Elmania, and I just need one for. Oh, Karina's right up there. Got it. 20.
I got a 20.
Okay. Vera, you're up first.
So let me bring up the map in a second. There we are.
You can ignore the wings. It's the closest I could find to something green and reptilian.
Alrighty. Am I still up in the crow's nest?
You are still up in the crow's nest.
And how high are the heads? As in, are they nearer to me now? Is this like coming up 15 feet out of the water? I mean,
No, they don't really seem to be looking at you at all.
okay. Can I tell what they're looking at?
You're definitely you're definitely above where the heads are. I'd say they're
Okay.
probably about 7 or 8 feet down. They are definitely focused on just kind of everybody on the deck.
Okay. So I am going to bonus action. Actually, yeah, maybe that might be wiser. I'm just going to take a normal shot at them without hiding.
I'm gonna say that it's I mean you I think you declared last time that essentially your default posture is in the crow's nest hiding.
Is
So
this?
Yeah, so essentially you've got a free hide. So go ahead and just give me the
Yay.
turn. It doesn't cost you any of your action, bonus action, anything like that.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to fire at the nearest head.
Well, give me the stealth roll first.
Oh, I shall.
This is just kind of your passive stealth.
Your
as we go.
general stealthness. Okay, here we go. Not great.
You will not have advantage. on it.
Fine. Then I will fire at it without re-hiding.
Okay. Left or right?
Let's go left. Unlucky left.
Okay. Firing at the
Whatever the nearest head is, it'll be +7 to this. Ever it is. It ain't great. It's only a 12.
12 does not hit.
Didn't think so. I will then bonus action hide again.
Okay. You yell out. You're busy kind of yelling out the warning and making sure everybody knows where these things are about to come over the side. So when you fire, it goes a little bit wide.
Oh, let me quick roll ammunition before I forget. Ooh, come on. Where was that?
Natural 20. You somehow
I
regain.
find more ammunition.
All right. Did you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Hide.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, roll that
All right, go
stealth
ahead and-
again.
Yep, you can roll your stealth and just hold on to the number. Karina, you're up.
All right. So, 2 of these things, you say?
Yep.
Last time I hit something with divine stuff, they targeted me the rest of the fight, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, sure. We'll just take a short bow shot from my current position. 25.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Are any of my allies considered engaged with said creature?
Not at the moment.
Okay. It's fine. 10 points of damage, and there's my ammo. Okay. Barely okay. Is that okay or is that not okay? It's a 2.
I think it has to be a 1 before you actually lose ammo.
One or a 2, I think, and you
Oh.
so your quiver is reduced.
Okay.
So 10 damage total.
Yep.
And are you firing at the left one or the right one?
I guess I will fire at the left one. Sure.
Left. Okay.
It matters that much. And then I will hide. With my... Yeah, do they seem like they can reach me where they are right now?
Their necks are definitely long enough.
Okay, I will then disentangle myself
Okay.
and move Farther into the prow of the ship there. So, I can
So,
lift
like-
myself up
like
in here.
standing, like, oh, right there. Okay. Alrighty.
All right.
All right.
That's my turn.
And Shoji.
Okay, can I cast Shatter, like above where it would damage the ship or anyone?
Oh yeah. No, you can
Okay.
definitely target it out where it won't hit your ship.
Awesome.
Yeah. Right or left?
The left, since that one has been taking damage. That's a second level spell. Let me.
It definitely. Are you upcasting or are you casting it at normal level?
I'll cast it at normal level.
Okay. It definitely failed its save. So go ahead
Yay.
and roll damage.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
20? Holy crap. That is a good roll. Great. Okay. Okay. Great. You actually explode one of the heads.
Yay!
So one of
Is
the
that-
heads, just you shatter it, and several of the heads kind of get rocked back. One of them just explodes, and scales and blood just go flying all over the place. It's like a glorious pinata.
Oh, that's fantastic. Does
Okay.
show gain any? Is that considered a kill?
No, you have not killed a creature.
Okay.
Are you doing anything else?
Am I within either of their range of attack?
You're not quite sure. Their necks are long, and they might be able to reach you.
Okay, I'll stay put.
Okay. Great. It is their turn. So the first Hydra, one of whose heads you just exploded, is coming after you. It has 4 heads and is going to attack you 4 times. Your armor class is 14.
Where's Bane
Okay.
when you need it?
3 definite misses. In fact, one of them is a natural 1.
Oh, please say
one
it bites its other head.
One of
Come
them is a
on.
natural 20. So what I'm going to say happens is one of the heads reaches out and clamps down on you, and then the other 2 kind of strike into the deck, trying to hit you and not the head that's got you. And then the 4th head doesn't give a damn and just kind of clamps onto the neck of the one that's got you, and it kind of rears back and lets go. But you do take, that's a D10. You do take 22 points of piercing damage. And at the end of its turn, the one head that was exploded kind of starts to twist and morph, and 2 more sprout out. So the left one now has 6 heads,
Okay, fire.
and the right one has 5. Second Hydra is going to kind of move down this way a little bit, and is going to make 2 attacks at Karina and 3 at Elmania because she's closer. So 2 attacks at Karina. 1 hits you, and you will take 11 points of piercing damage. And 3 attacks at Elmania, all of which AC 15 plus 6. Okay, hits twice. And she will take massively underwhelming damage. 13 points of damage. So Elmania will take 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right, and it is Elmania's turn.
All right. So, I will Ask the gentleman with 6 heads to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
The gentleman with 6 heads rolls a dexterity saving throw. I'm gonna guess a 3 is not enough.
No. So let me
dear.
get my d8s rolled up here, or my d6s rather.
I assume fireball. Yeah.
So there's 5 of them.
All right.
Well, that was a sucky roll. And 3 more.
Better.
The 3
27.
27.
27 points of fire damage.
That's a damn. That brings it down to
Literally hot.
It is a hot.
So,
It's a hot ball of
a
damn.
truly inferno-like dam. All right, great. That one is engulfed in flames, and all of 6 heads just start spinning around, letting loose this awful scream. It definitely didn't like that.
Cool.
If I try to tell you that it grows heads after this,
It doesn't.
correct me, because it doesn't.
Okay. Then bonus action, we'll do the Mantle of Inspiration thing
Bless
that she
you.
does.
Bless you.
Oh, bless
So anyone who wants to move and is able to move may move. And then how many is it? My level plus charisma? Is that how that works, Josh?
Oh, good grief. Why don't you go ahead and I'll look it up here.
Hang on, I got it. No, that's Font of Inspiration. Never
It's,
mind.
no, it's just 5.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's 8.
Okay. So everybody gets 8 temp hit points.
Bless you.
All right, everybody gets 8 temporary hit points. Everybody good to add that on their own?
Yep.
All right, Shoji, I already added it for you. Okay, great.
And that will be Almania's turn.
Almania's colorful feathers light up again, kind of in her hand. Her lute seems to be transformed almost into this long spear with runes carved all up and down it. And it's the top of the round. Vera, you're up. You are hidden. I think you rolled 20
22.
something. So yeah, you will have advantage.
So I've now got a 6-headed one, and the other's 5-headed.
Yes. The 5-headed one you could get sneak attack on because it is within 5 feet of one of your allies.
Right. So I'm just
you're hidden, so you could get sneak attack on either one of them.
right. Well, seeing as the head thing didn't work out very well, just looking at them, are they scaly? Do they seem to have armor on the bodies?
It looks like really tough hide, and there's definitely scales. Nothing like kind of the dragon that you guys met on the way to Vreem. But definitely more like fish scales, large fish scales.
Okay. Then can I aim? And I think this is not a called shot just because it's the bigger part. Can I aim not at a head, but at the actual body?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your attack with advantage.
All right. With a hand crossbow. Alrighty, that plus 7. Hopefully we'll hit.
Yeah, 25 will hit.
Yay. Okay. So that's 3d6 plus 4. Piercing, I believe.
Yep.
14 piercing. Does it seem to do as much damage as I had hoped?
Okay, so I'm sorry, total of 14 damage?
Yes.
And that's to, I'm sorry, the left or the right one?
To the one that's actually closest to me.
Okay, so left, great, 14 points of damage. Okay.
So it's a bit of an experiment, yeah.
It does damage. It definitely hurts it. I mean, it pierces deep into the hide, and you can see kind of the scales all around it kind of twitch and are upset.
Alrighty, let me roll ammunition real fast.
The people who write the monster manuals, foresaw what you're trying to do. The specific wording on the monster sheet is when the Hydra takes a certain amount of damage, a head dies, whether...
Okay.
Sorry, it's telling me my audio connection died and was restored. Did that all come through?
Most of it, the parts
Most-
we needed.
Okay.
I will then bonus action hide again.
Bonus action, hide again. Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth and hold on to that number. Karina, you're up.
Okay. So let's see. I will go ahead and shoot the guy that has all the heads.
Sorry,
Let's
I
see, I
can't
did
get
not-
over how cool our new overlay looks.
I
don't
know, it's
have
awesome.
the stream up while we're playing, but like, it just looks great.
Okay, so I did not hide beforehand last time because I disentangled first. So I will hide first.
Okay. There's not really anywhere for you to hide.
So the cabin area is in the other end of the ship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. It is considered engaged with Shoji, though, because it was wailing on her last round.
It is not within 5 feet. The for sneak attack, they need to be within 5 feet. This thing's range is 10 feet.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just shoot it then, since I can't do anything else. I don't suppose an 11's going to hit.
An 11 kind of glances off. It scrapes a bunch of scales off, and they kind of sparkle in the sunlight, but the arrow does not seem to damage the creature.
Okay, cool.
Is that your turn?
Nothing else I can do if I can't hide, so...
All right. Koji, you're up.
Okay. Can I run to the body and cast Inflict Wounds at level 3?
Oh, God. So the range... Actually, yeah, if you move to the edge right there, yes, you can.
Okay. That's
Go
a
ahead and
melee
roll
attack,
your
right?
attack.
Yes. Oh, no! Oh, yeah, that's a natural 1. No, is that a 7?
I think it's a 7.
I
So
thought
you've
it
got
was a 1.
That's a total of 14. That is its armor class.
Yeah,
So
so
that
need to
will
be
hit.
right. Yay.
Roll your stupid number of d10s for a second slot. Is it 4 d10 for a second level?
It's a lot.
Let me see. And that was at a third level 3. Yeah,
there was
so I
third-
upcast twice.
So 5 d10 then.
I did that, yes! I'm so happy. Okay, 5d10. Come on!
No,
Some good rolls in there.
of course it's not resistant to necrotic. 30.
One of those
Die.
stupid heads has got to die.
Oh my God. All right, 30 points of necrotic damage, math. Okay, yeah, that you kind of reach up and grab one of the heads, and the necrotic energy just digs into it.
Can I go for the bodies? I wanted to touch the body, sorry.
The
Does that
body
make a
is not
difference?
close- The body is not really close enough to you, and it doesn't matter. The location damage doesn't really matter.
Okay.
And that whole head and neck just blacken and wither and die. So that
Yay.
was the one on the left. It now has 5 heads.
But it might have 7 next round.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if those make an attack.
It doesn't regain, like it doesn't get the new heads until the end of its turn. So dropping heads kind of before it gets to its turn works okay. Jenny, were you gonna say something?
I was also going to say this one shouldn't grow new heads anyway, because we hit it with fire.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh, that's right. This is the
Yes.
this is the left cut.
Yeah, that's the left one.
ooh, that
Um,
leads to
yeah.
an intriguing loophole.
Whole guy's looking. This one's not looking great. It is now its turn. It's back down to a normal number of heads. Definitely taking all 5 attacks against Shoji. Actually, a lot of you, I'm sorry, you've all slammed down on this guy. Vera, you did not succeed on your stealth, so it definitely knows where you are. So 2 attacks at Vera and 3 at Shoji here. So 2 at Vera.
I thought Vera was in the crow's nest. Can it reach her?
Wait, actually, hang on. Crow's Nest is, I said 20 feet last time, right?
Yeah, I don't think it can reach her.
Well, it is
Thanks,
going to
Jenny.
kind of lurch itself onto the deck then, and kind of stretch up to attack Vera.
I tried.
Thank you.
So, 1, it's got a +6, so 1 will hit and 1 will miss. Vera, you take 12 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
I finally went down and just wrote your guys' ACs so that I don't have to ask, does that hit every time? And we can just kind of work. Second, and then 3 against Shoji. That's another natural 20.
Ooh.
An 18 and a 23. So I think all 3 of those will hit. So Shoji.
Okay, do I die outright?
You got 8 temporaries.
26. You will take 36 points of piercing damage.
Okay, that's
How many do you have right now? You've got 30.
with the temporary.
So real quick.
I have 30. Yeah.
60.
38. Wait, no, 30 with.
I have 30.
Total of 30. So hold on.
Sorry,
So the first one
with the 8.
So the first one would have done 10, 13, would have done 16.
Okay.
The second one does 6, 9 points of damage. Okay.
Oh, do I get an automatic?
It's only the third one that drops you.
Phew. Okay, so I don't automatically fail
Right,
a
so
death save.
You don't
Okay.
receive death saves. You're at 0.
Okay. I'll start thinking about another character.
Don't say that.
Goji is dropped. That's all of its attacks. Okay. And 3 at the person who threw a fireball at it. No, that's the different one. This one hasn't been touched. Well, she's closer. So 3 at Almanya. 20, 24, and 25. So Almanya will take 33 points of damage. Okay.
She's out. I think.
Oh, Lord.
No, she's not.
Let's see.
She's
She's already
got-
taken 13.
Oh. Okay. Almanya is down. And it's Almanya's turn, so I need her to make a quick death save.
I'm not rolling it.
Okay.
I don't roll other people's death saves.
That is 100% fair. I will do that. She rolled a 19.
All right.
Hide my rolls. All right. Top of the round, Vera. Shoji and Almanya both just went down.
Okay, so for geography's sake, the one that's up by Almanya, is that the one that's taken all the damage?
No, it's the one that's down near Shoji that is looking really bad.
Okay, question. Is a medicine check to stabilize an action?
Yes.
Okay.
Plus, you're 20 feet in the air, so you'd have to get
Yeah.
down.
Well, I'd use my movement, but Okay, so how far is it to?
I can get Shoji up, by the way.
Okay, but Almanya is also down.
I can get Almani up next round. It's fine. But that's 2 of the 3 hits you guys are allowed.
I'm the cleric. I've got
Yes. Okay, how bad does the one that actually is quite close to me look?
I mean, What's worse than bloodied? Bloodied is below half. What's below a quarter? It's below a quarter health.
Staggered.
Staggered.
Okay. Let's do something dumb
I
then,
love it already.
but also cool.
Okay.
So I will use my movement to, it already knows I'm here, to break cover and jump on it,
Awesome.
on its back.
You're gonna Legolas this.
Give me a
Going
quick
to like-
acrobatics. Give me a quick acrobatics check.
Okay. Which I think I get a +1 to because my belt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Acrobatics.
great. You're gonna slide off the end of it, and
It's gonna
Karina
be so cool. 22.
counts one. What is
22.
that? Oh, 21. Yeah, you jump on its back, slip a little bit, but you get your footing.
Okay. Now it might be a little bit of debate about actions versus bonus actions.
Okay.
Is lighting a torch an action or a bonus action?
She has
I
quick
feel like
hands as a thief,
a torch is probably going to be an action.
but
But
she
I
has quick
thought-
hands as
Yeah,
a
quick
thief.
hands as a rogue, like I can use an object and do all sorts of sort of weird things as a bonus.
Torch burns for an hour. You make a melee attack. It deals a fire damage. Item. Sure. Let's call it a free action for now.
Oh, free action. That's even better. So can I, or I might have done it like before I actually jumped on it. I just light it
Sure.
up and then hop on it.
Okay.
They're the strike anywhere kind.
Yeah.
You don't need like a flint and steel to actually light the torch. It's all in the torch. You just kind of like hit it and it.
Yeah, pretty cool.
All right, let's go for it. It's a Legion torch. It's
Yes.
high quality.
I will then see. I'm debating if this will actually work. So this will be a bit of an experiment, but I'm
Okay.
going to stab with Priscilla, but then also hold the torch, like essentially go for the same spot with the torch. What I was thinking of is kind of like heat the blade and would that deal fire damage before I do it?
I'm not gonna let you light a torch, heat a blade, and use
Yeah,
it.
that's
to
what I was
fire
thinking.
damage all in one turn.
So I'll just do Priscilla for now, but I've got a lit torch.
So I'll, if you want, you can use the action to attack with the dagger and bonus action to attack with the torch.
I think I will do that actually.
Okay, because then you're essentially just dual wielding two weapons.
Right.
So go ahead and roll the Priscilla attack.
Okay, so this will be, it's +2 to attack and 2 to damage, right?
And damage, yeah.
Cool. So it's this +9, whatever I roll. Oh, good, because it's a 15.
To hit. Okay, yep,
Okay.
definitely.
Bless you,
hit.
Priscilla, and your +2-ness.
Yeah, without the +2, that would have missed.
I know, exactly. So damage on Priscilla would be, what is the damage for a dagger?
1d4.
Just 1d4 +4.
Although, can you replace
That's true.
when you're a monk? Do you replace? It doesn't matter. Your attack damage is still 1d4.
Yeah,
never
it's
mind.
dex anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 8 plus, so it's 10 damage piercing.
10 piercing damage.
I will then
Now, 10
try
piercing
and hit
damage.
this.
10 piercing damage does not kill a head.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
And then I will hit with the torch,
Okay.
which,
One
what
attack?
the heck is that even to hit with a torch?
So here's the thing. Attacking with the torch is just going to be a d20 plus dex. Actually, it's not a versatile weapon, so it's going to be plus strength. So attacking with a torch will actually be a d20 minus 1.
Yeah.
Still want to attack with the torch?
Well, I want to do fire damage so it doesn't grow a head.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. Your 10 damage didn't kill any heads. There's
So
nothing
it-
to regrow at the moment.
Okay, because I thought it still had one stump left. Maybe I was thinking it was the other one.
No, it's lost one head that then grew into 2.
Okay.
And then, oh, I'm sorry. And then it did lose a
Yeah.
head but it's taken fire damage since it lost that head, so that head's not going to regrow. It will not
What was
regrow
the-
a head unless it loses another head.
Yes, but what fire damage did it take in this round?
It took a big ass fireball.
But that was
But
last
that was in
round.
the first round.
But since it lost the head,
Okay. Then then never mind. How much of my movement did it take me to get down there?
20. Actually, you jumped.
Yeah.
So really only about 10 feet because you jumped onto it.
Yeah. Sweet. How far is it to get back up onto the deck?
I mean, you're above the deck. You're about 10 feet. You're standing on top of it about 10 feet above the deck.
Cool. Can I then bonus action disengage from it?
Sure.
Essentially drop down the 10 feet onto the deck, Spider-Man style.
Yeah, it cannot attack you. Okay. Yeah, you hop down onto the deck.
Yes.
And did you want to go anywhere?
Well, I had disengaged from it. So how much movement now do I have left? So I hopped down on it. Now I fell off of it.
You've got 35 feet, so I think you've got 15 left.
15 left, which is free. I won't take attack of opportunity.
Correct.
And it's reach.
And that protects
10?
you from protects you from all attacks of opportunity, right? Kind of for the rest of your turn, essentially. So
Yes. And its reach, as I've seen, has been 10 feet
at least, yes.
at least, not at most.
You've seen it reach at least 10 feet.
Okay, we're gonna find out. I will run 15 feet away.
Okay.
Towards Almania.
Get 5, 10. You can stop about there, but you're within 5 feet of Karina and Almania.
Cool. I will stop there.
All right, Karina.
All right. So I thought we talked about this, but whatever. Fine. So I will give Shoji a second level healing word.
Okay.
So that's 2d4. So that's
Thank
a
you.
whole 5 points for you.
And she's up.
Okay, Shoji's at 5.
And Vera, are you still holding a burning torch?
I am. I did not lose that. Yes.
And you're standing right in front of me?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, can we do a relay? This is awesome.
I am going to affix. Let's see. How should I do this?
Ooh, fire arrow it up. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to set one of my arrows on fire and shoot the guy with the flaming arrow.
Okay.
Let's see. Shoji is barely up. I'll shoot the one that looks like he's about to go down anyway. Where did my bow go? There it is. Okay. All right. Come on, don't suck. 20.
20 hits.
Cool. So that's 7 points of piercing damage.
Are
Does he
you
take
hitting
any-
the one that's near you guys or the one all the way over by Shoji?
The one over by Shoji. That's the one
Okay.
that looks the worst, right?
We'll call that 7 points of damage plus 1 point of fire damage.
Okay. Cool. Still got my arrows. Okay.
Alrighty.
I like the polls. The 1 point of fire damage is all you need.
And Shoji, you're up. There's a
Yay.
massive Hydra basically standing on top of you that looks really rough.
Okay. I'm going to attack first before thinking about healing again. See if I can just
So you're gonna
kill it
have
off.
disadvantage unless you stand up first. So do you want to use half your movement to
Oh,
stand up?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I would.
So half your
And
movement.
I'd like to cast, and I'll cast Shatter at level 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Second, third level slot. It
Mhm.
rolls a natural.
What? A natural
You
what?
had it roll the natural 1.
Roll your stupid number of d8s.
Let me see. Shatter is 3d8. And then if I upcast 1, it's 48.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. It had 8 hit points left. Shoji, what does it look like?
Oh, it's glorious. It explodes it and rains viscera and blood over everyone on the boat.
It does. There is now like half of a Hydra, like bones sticking out everywhere, just like draped half over the ship. You've still got half your movement and a bonus action if you'd like to use them.
Well, but does she get hit points back? Did we
She
ever
does.
settle
Yes.
on
That's
that?
right.
You
I didn't remember that. Thank you, Jenny. Oh, I love you. That's fantastic.
You're welcome.
That's right.
I'm the
Jenny
cleric.
with the
It's my job
memory.
to keep you people alive.
But I love how it's not just your character, it's you, Jenny, trying to keep us alive by reminding us of things.
Oh,
So you,
that's
Collaborative
wonderful.
storytelling for a reason.
you gain 7 hit points.
Nice. Okay. So I had 5
Yeah.
before?
You had 5. You now have a whole 12 hit points.
Yes.
Stay out of reach.
Okay. I'll do just that.
All right.
Karina said that too. She's like, get out! Stay away from it.
All right. Hydra. Dead. Okay. So half movement. So you got 15 feet of movement and a bonus action. Do you have anything you can do with those?
No. As a bonus action, can I like grab any of the bone remains? Or if there's the heart?
Harvesting the creature is going to take a little bit.
Okay. I'll just
Now might not be the time because the other Hydra is completely untouched.
okay. I'll just dip my hands in the blood and do like a blood hair, just run it on my hair and face.
Okay.
Isn't Karina already regretting hanging out with us?
Very much so. But,
I
you
thought I
know,
was going to need a story reason for Karina to be like, okay, right, we're in Onishire, see you guys. I don't think I'm going to need to. Okay.
y'all are crazy.
It's this Hydra's turn. Almania is down. Okay, so she's down. Good. So we're gonna go 3 attacks against Karina and 2 against Vera, who's just run over. So 3 against Karina. Karina, AC 16. Yeah. All 3 hit. So Karina, you will take 20 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Minus the 8 temp.
Got it.
And 2 against Vera. Natural 20 and 23. So Vera, you will take 26 points of piercing damage.
Still up.
Minus 8.
Yes.
So you're still up.
Wait, 26?
26.
Okay, I can't do mathematics. 26 plus 12 is 38, right?
Mm-hmm. But remember to subtract your 8 temporary hit points from Amanya.
Yes. So I've got 10 left.
10
Cool.
hit points left. Okay, and it is Almanya's turn. I guess I'm making a death save. Go ahead and show GM rolls. Death save 13, so she has succeeded on 2. And top of the round, Vera.
Awesome. Has this gentleman lost any heads in the past round?
This one has not been touched at all.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you've killed one Hydra.
Yes. I am going to Karina, I'm going to say really fast, Karina, do you have Almania for me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll get her.
Alrighty. Then I will run up and stab the dragon or Hydra. And there definitely is someone within 5 feet, right?
No active combatants. Almania's on the ground.
Karina?
Karina
I'm
is
right
not
there.
within 5 feet.
According to Fantasy Grounds, it says I am, but I don't know. Maybe it's wrong because
No,
I targeted it and it gave me a 5 feet line.
No, there's a full 5 feet in between you guys. Because it's technically only occupying this space because it is a large creature. So just those 4 squares.
Okay. Then I will, so it would be just a regular hit.
Yep.
Alrighty. Then I'm afraid that I will not use Priscilla. I will use Old Faithful instead. And I will run up and hit it. Plain old no advantage.
Who's Old Faithful?
It's my sawtooth.
That's the sawtooth. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's this plus 7. No whammies. 18.
Yeah, 18 hits.
Okay, so let's do my plain old piercing damage. Plus 4, so 9 points piercing.
9 points of piercing damage.
Yes. I will then, from what I've observed of Karina, are her healing spells hands-on or distance? Because I just saw her pick up
She's done both.
show from a distance.
Yeah, she's done both.
Okay. I am going to disengage with my bonus action.
Okay.
Grab Almania under the armpits and use my full movement to drag her away, which I assume is just going to have my movement.
You are one size smaller, so give me an athletics check.
Great. This is going to go awesome, guys. Athletics?
Athletics.
With my magnificent -1?
Yep, it's going to be awesome.
7?
Cool. Yeah, you can drag her to there. So you can get part of the way out of there.
That's okay. That's okay. I can live with that.
You're near to the door to the cabin.
I am? Was that
Yeah,
my... Yeah,
it's not, I don't know how to describe it. But
okay.
yeah, basically at the door to the cabin.
So that was my entire movement, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will stop there, but I will be ready to shove her and myself into said cabin.
All right, Karina.
Okay, well, Vera just moved Almania out of the way, so I'll deal with her later, I guess.
That's not what I meant.
So I will shoot the Hydra. Uh-oh.
We've lost. Sure.
We lost. There she is. She's back. Okay. Cool. So I will shoot the Hydra with my bow like I've been doing. That just as good if I don't get sneak attack. Hold on. You know what? Actually, I will ask the Hydra to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
It says no.
Ask it politely.
9.
That fails. So, as I reach for the panpipes, we will have 2 points. Little gust of radiant energy comes up for 2d8,
Oh,
which is 6 points of radiant damage.
Very nice.
okay.
And with my bonus action, I will disengage
Okay.
and scooch myself over here. As I do, I will say to Vera, well, I can't always yell at people to get up, but it's not as good as when I can actually put my hands on them and slap some life back into them. So maybe don't move them next time.
Okay.
Alrighty. And Shoji. You guys are in some trouble.
Okay. And how does the other Hydra look?
It's fine.
It hasn't taken any damage?
You guys have done 15 damage to it so far.
Oh. And we're all like really pretty low on hit points.
Well, Elmania has all of her spell slots except for 1/3 level, but she is down.
Okay.
She is carrying a health potion on her.
Oh, I forgot about that. I thought we decided she wasn't. Did we decide she was?
She has the superior.
Okay.
Because you guys didn't use any superior healings last game.
Okay. I'm trying to decide between trying to cast fear or just attacking it again. I'll cast shatter, normal level 2.
Okay.
And assuming I'm out of its reach, any movement, I'll probably hide in the cabin, just like peeking out the door to cast spells.
It rolls a dirty 20 on its con save.
Ooh, so it's gonna take half.
But yeah,
Right.
you can be in the cabin.
Thank you.
Okay, so 14, it will take half. All right. It is now its turn. It's definitely going to come down here. Shoji's in there. So we're going to take 3 against Vera.
I don't get any cover from the door.
Okay, 1 hit.
It's going to take me down, so.
5 hit points.
Oh, it doesn't.
It rolled a 2 on its damage.
I'm still up, dang.
And 2 against Karina. Double 5s, so 11. So it will miss both on Karina.
Sweet.
All right. Almania is going to make a 3rd death save. Go ahead and show my rolls. 7, so that is 1 fail.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
1 fail, 2
Top of the round, Vera, you're up.
Cool. Let's see here. Now I will, is there room in the cabin for me to duck in there too?
You could fit and 1 other person could fit.
Okay. I will duck in. And how much cover would that give me, even if I'm not hiding?
From it, I don't know if you can get cover from melee attacks. I think.
Well, unless it comes into the doorway's space, which it's not doing, is it?
No, it looks like
I mean, it would make sense if you could hide just as effectively from a sword behind a door as you can from an arrow.
So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to just close the door completely, you would have full cover.
Cool. I will partially close the door
Okay.
and
You
wait a
can always
minute. I gotta
close
have a
it
thought
after
here.
you. You can shoot and then close it after you.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm like peeping out. I will pull a Karina and attempt to light my bolt on fire.
Okay.
Does that have to be a bonus action? I've got a lit torch.
Yeah, it's gonna cost something to actually heat it. So yeah.
Okay, I will heat it with my bonus action. I will fire,
Okay.
and then I will close the door.
Okay, roll your attack.
I will, however, let in anybody who knocks.
Don't say that out loud.
Alrighty, can I attack this thing with my bow and arrow, please?
Yep.
Okay. This plus 7. So 18.
18 hits. Roll damage.
Yay. Okay, 1d6 plus 4, so 8 plus whatever fire damage counts there. Who even knows?
Just 1 point.
Yes, okay. I'll take it.
Okay. So 9 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hydra's still looking fine. And then you shut the door.
You and me show.
Did you
Cool.
leave Almania on the deck?
So Karina,
Yes.
you are standing not alone, but alone against this creature. I mean, the Freemans are fighting the third Hydra just kind of all around you.
You can come in if you knock.
To Almania's unconscious body. What would you like to do?
Oh, I mean, sure. Something clever. Okay.
Actually, real quick, Vera,
With
I'm
my
sorry.
way out.
Yes.
Jenny, while you decide, Vera, you left its threatened area.
Did I by shutting the door?
Yeah. You went around a corner,
Yeah. See,
But
I'm
the
very
corner-
confused
but the
about its
corner-
area.
but the corner was within its threatened area.
Exactly.
I will allow it for now and seek opinions afterwards. So Jenny, you know what you're doing?
Yep, I'll just I will move so that I am standing over Almania,
Okay.
and then I will shoot the Hydra with my arrow again.
Okay.
Since Vera took my torch away, I can't do anything about that. So yeah, I will shoot. Okay, there we go. 19.
Definitely hits.
For plus 7, so 13 points of damage.
13. Okay.
Cool. And then I will disengage with my bonus action and scoop up Almania. And I assume I'm going to be at half movement
Yep.
calling her. But it's fine because I should have enough movement to get to the door.
Yeah. Knock.
You're-
I will
you're
let you
standing-
in.
You're standing at the door, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just pick up Almania and sort of open the door and shove her in and close the door again.
Okay.
So that she's inside
all in
with
here.
people.
All
and
right.
I'm out here with
Uh,
Hydra.
No, don't do that.
Shoji, you're up.
Okay. I'll open the door so I can cast the spell. And I will cast my last level 2 for Shatter again, because I know that's an automatic hit.
Okay. It rolled a natural 2 on its con.
And my roll was so bad.
That was a really bad roll. Okay. That is your free action and your action.
As a bonus action, can I shut the door again?
Sure.
You're like grab Karina and stuff her in with us.
Can she fit? Like, I'm okay with that.
One
It
of
was
us out.
essentially, it was the room in there is essentially 3 people. You could cram more, just none of you are going to be able to do anything.
What if I put Vera on my shoulders?
This is so cute. I can technically move through the space of larger creatures.
It's a really
she's
small
small.
room. You can all get in there. You will simply be pretty much unable to do anything.
I
Well,
still
we
say,
can open the door.
actually, let's totally do it because then the Hydra can't hit Karina for
So
this
Shirley, what
round.
are you doing?
Okay, I'll voice my plan really quickly, and as a bonus action, put Vera on my shoulders, or as movement. I don't know. How does that work?
I'm gonna say, okay, you can get Vera on your shoulders, sure. But,
Okay.
Quick question:
yeah.
Who's next in the initiative round? Is it Almanya?
No,
Mhm.
It's
Is
the
it
Hydra.
the Hydra?
it's the Hydra.
Pull Karina in
Oh,
for
no.
just this turn.
Oh, okay. As I'm
Won't get
like
hit by
going
the
to
thing.
pick you up. Okay, grab Karina instead.
Can we just drag her in?
Are you dragging Karina into the room?
Yes, and shutting the door.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
had disengaged, so I
She had
clearly can't fight back.
disengaged.
Cool.
Disengaged from us.
As you guys all cram into the room
And shut the door.
and shut the door is quickly obliterated.
Oh dear.
Oh,
That
took one of its attacks, didn't it?
It took 2 of
Better.
its attacks because it rolled a 1
Yay.
on its first damage die. But its remaining 3 are basically going after Karina because she is just inside the door with Shoji's
We got it.
like, arms pulling.
We got
her.
it down from 5 to 3.
You guys realize that Almanya is sitting on 2 fireballs, right?
I know. We do need to get her up.
It rolls a
Yeah, we know.
13,
Yeah.
a 9, and a 22 to hit Karina.
That's just once.
So Karina, you will take 4 points of piercing damage.
I'm still up.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
This is
You're
hilarious.
only 1 on its damage. Okay, team.
Yes.
Almania's gonna roll her 4th death save.
Good lord.
and she's had 1 fail, right?
Yep.
She rolled
So
a
she's
12, so she is stable.
Successes. Okay.
Okay.
You can do nothing in this cabin.
We know.
If you
This-
want to do anything, you must first step outside
Yes.
of the cabin.
Yes. This was entirely to
But-
absorb attacks against Karina.
And
My-
because, hold on, and because this is, it's now right there, trying to step out and then back in will draw opportunity attacks. So, Jenny, were you going to say something?
I have a tactical suggestion first, which is Vera, with your action, you could pour a potion down Almania's neck, and then she can fireball this dude
Yes.
because she could do that. And then I don't spend one of my remaining 2 spell slots that I only have for the day to bring people up if they go down.
Sounds good.
So as far as action economy goes, that sounds like the best plan. I don't know.
And it is Vera's turn.
Yay. I will revivify Almanya
All right, go ahead and
with
roll
her own
for
potion.
words.
Yes. Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, it's an action to pour a potion down somebody's throat. Oh, given kind of the strictures of the room, no, you're kind of gonna have to. essentially drag her out.
But I'm the small one.
You are the small one, and there are two other. Well, she's on the floor, and you can essentially fit like through their leg. You and only you can do this within the confines of the cabin.
I will do it.
This is ridiculous. Go for it. Roll 4d4.
Delightful. 4d4.
Plus 8, so that's
So Elmania gains
9?
15
19?
hit points.
plus 8, right? It's a
19?
superior.
No, it's 4d4 plus 4.
It's a
Yeah.
superior.
Oh, roll another 4d4.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was thinking of a greater. Yeah, 8d4.
Same roll.
So she's at what, 30 hit points?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Your bard is officially your tank.
Yay.
With
Awesome.
the way that this fight has been going.
Okay, wait a minute. That's a bonus action because wait,
No, that's an action.
that's an action. I will bonus action disengage, so I will not take attacks of opportunity.
It cannot see you at the moment, actually.
I know. I'm still going to bonus action disengage and then get out.
Oh, you're moving. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you
So I-
going?
Bonus action disengage so it can't get me, and so the other people can move. Can I like run up its face to get out of there since it's literally blocking the stupid door? I'm just trying to get out.
Its head is not in the door at the moment.
Okay.
They're kind of writhing on the outside, making periodic strikes through the doorway.
Okay, I will then disengage so it can't get me, and I will run the full length of my tiny legs towards the other end of the boat.
Okay.
Wait, I won't go all the way. I keep forgetting how small this boat is.
It's not.
I will stop 20 feet away from it.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Well, yeah, that right there is as close to 20 feet as you can get without making an acrobatics check to avoid falling.
Cool. Yes, I think that is all my stuff.
Okay. Karina.
Okay. With my action, I will invoke duplicity, and a illusory version of Karina appears next to Vera.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
She just looks at you because she can't speak.
I can only put one of you on here. But if I go through and add Daphne, who has the same icon.
There you go. That'll work.
Okay.
So that's my action. So I have done that. And then with my bonus action, I am going to, is there anything in the cabin, like a cot or a hammock or a seat or something?
Not really. To fit 30 people on the boat, pretty much everything had to go.
Okay. So there's nothing to hide behind anywhere on this ship.
Not for somebody your size.
Okay, fine.
If you wanted, you could attempt to essentially half jump over the opposite side of the ship and like hang from the railing. It's going to be an acrobatics check, and if you fail, you're basically dropping into the water.
No, I mean, that's fine. Bonus action, I will disengage and move kind of over, like, nope, that's Shoji. Hang on. Right there.
Okay, so just outside?
Okay. Just outside, yep.
Alrighty, and Shoji.
Okay, I'm close enough that I can run to it and touch
Yep.
attack, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'd actually like to try out. Oh, sorry. I can't hear you there. Sorry. What were
I
you
don't
saying?
think anyone said anything.
Oh, it's just the voices in my head. Sorry. Okay. I'm actually going to try the life tap feature, which allows me to make a melee spell attack and deal necrotic damage equal to, now that I'm 6th level, 2d8 plus my charisma modifier.
Okay.
And that gives me life.
Yeah, roll your melee spell attack.
Yay! Come on, melee spell attack! Ooh, yes. And that's +7.
Yeah, so 26 hits. Yeah, roll your d8 damage.
Yay! Okay.
And what, 4? Yeah.
4, yeah.
That was 2d8. Oh, does it
It's 1d8, and then because I'm 6th level, it goes to 2d8.
2d8?
Hold on.
Wow. Okay, cool. So you regain you gain 12 temporary hit points.
Yay.
Not a
And is it temporary?
It's temporary, I think, yeah.
Oh, it is. Yes, okay. 12, yay! Okay.
And, it will take 12 points of necrotic damage. All right. A patch of its scaly skin kind of withers and dies. Okay. Almania.
Fireball.
Let me
Sorry,
guess.
the dogs are going crazy. Fireball, yeah.
Okay, dex save. 16, I think, is a success. So 22 plus 34, have to 17.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Those sweet little whimpers.
Yeah. See, I've been watching her today while Mom's in Denver, and I think Mom's just about back, and she can tell.
Oh,
You can sense
it's
sense
so
her
sweet.
getting closer.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, 2 attacks back. I think it was down to half. It is not quite staggered, but it's getting close. So Almania would have had to kind of step to the doorway to do that. Is she staying at the doorway?
No, she'll move back inside.
Okay. The Hydra is going to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
25 to hit. So
Sure.
Almania will take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And top of the round, Vera. Karina just appeared right next to you.
I'm vaguely shocked, but currently,
Wait, real quick. Sorry, Karina, weren't you right there?
yeah.
Yeah, you moved me instead of Almania.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got it. Okay.
So considering that it just did an attack of opportunity on Almania, does it count as being within 5 feet and engaged with a friend of mine?
It is actually engaged with Shoji.
With Soji. Okay.
It can make attacks of opportunity from 10 feet away.
Okay.
But Shoji has run up to grab.
Right.
Oh.
Right. Cool. Then I will bonus action flame my arrow because I haven't dropped the burning torch yet.
Okay.
And then I will hit fire
so
at it.
It just got hit with a fireball.
True. But I can't do it in my bonus action from here anyway. I suppose I could hide.
You want to
But
hide?
yeah, sure. So I'll fire and then hide.
Okay. So go ahead and take your shot.
Cool. That plus 7. So 19.
Why did you roll with advantage?
Because I have someone within 5 feet.
That doesn't give you
person within
advantage.
5 feet doesn't give you advantage. It just gives you sneak attack if you hit.
Okay.
So just roll again, just 1.
Okay. So that's plus 7. Doesn't hit. That's 11.
And 11 will not hit.
Okay. Then I will hide.
All right. Go ahead and roll stealth and hold on to the number. Karina, you're up.
Okay. So sweet. I will move. Well, Shoji's within 5 feet anyway. Okay. So I will just shoot it with my bow again. Actually, no, I would like it to make a dex save. I'm going to do Sacred Flame again.
Already.
But duplicate Karina's doing it.
12.
Cool.
So it'll take the full 2d8. Whittling it down.
And that's Almani's sheet. That's why I can't find Sacred Flame. Sorry, multiple people here.
That's right. Thank you for running multiple people for me.
Okay. And it came from duplicate Karina. I just want to make sure that is clear.
This thing also hates divine magic.
No, for other reasons. So 11 points of damage.
11
Because
points.
the whole point of duplicity is that your enemy doesn't know which one is you and which one is not you.
Right.
So you can use duplicity to eat up attacks, which is what I'm attempting to do.
Right. Shoji. Bonus action, Karina?
Bonus action, I will. No, I'll stay where I am.
All right, Shoji.
Okay. With what I have written here, it says I can use the life tap feature equal to my charisma modifier, but it doesn't say whether or not the hit points stack or not.
Temporary hit points never stack.
Okay.
Very occasionally they do, unless it specifically says that they do, though they do not.
Okay. Yeah, like when I kill things, those do stack. It does say that. Okay, this one does not. So, in that case, I will cast Inflict Wounds since I'm already got a hold of it.
What level?
1.
1. Okay.
I believe I already used my second level, so that's melee. Spell it. Ooh, natural 20. Yes.
Holy shit. So that does base damage is 3d10.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So before you even roll, it does 30 damage, and this thing has 28 hit points left. So,
Oh.
what does it look like as you kill also the second Hydra?
This is Shoji's day.
Oh, it really is. Oh wow. It's okay, it's just going to like decay and rot like right there, and like pieces of it just slough off as I'm holding it. And I want them. So,
For you. Pieces slough off and I want them.
Okay. Hold. Then the neck and scales turn black, the eyes all mist milky white, and just the skin, it just comes right off the bone. And so, yeah, the heads and the necks just kind of drape on the deck as the rest of the body just kind of slips off into the water. Cool. So there is an exploded half Hydra body, and we'll say 3 decayed, rotten necks and heads on the deck. The Legion manages to drive away the third, and the battle is over.
I have 1 point of curiosity because if we go into another battle, this might be important. The thing of the thing of when yes, I killed something. So yeah, how do those hit points work again?
So
what is that?
At the
Soul
end
harvest.
of your turn, so you will gain 7 hit points.
Yay! Oh, that's great.
So I added those to your sheet. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
What would you guys like to do? I assume, Shoji, you want to harvest it. So go ahead and think about what you want to take from it. Vera and Karina, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Clean up the deck.
Yeah, Karina will understand that Shoji is looking to harvest things, and she will try to help her since she's theoretically good at this stuff, but her heart's not in it. So, she'll grudgingly agree to help, but mostly because she wants to get this stuff off the deck.
Okay. Shoji, you're gonna the body that's on the deck that you exploded with shatter is going to mess with the steering. So I'm gonna say you can attempt for one thing from the body.
From the body. Okay. Does it have a heart?
If you want to dig around and try to grab a heart, you can try that.
Yes. From the body, yes.
All right. You can go ahead and roll a wisdom or dexterity survival check with advantage because Karina is helping.
Okay. I'm sorry. So that's the body. The heads, are they attached still, or are they still on?
No, the heads essentially just fell off of the body of the other one.
Oh, great. Okay, thanks.
So go ahead.
So
And
just a D20?
Just a D20 and add either your wisdom or your dexterity.
Okay.
And then you have advantage.
Okay. Oh, yay. Thank you.
That was a well-timed nat 20.
That really was. Oh. And my dex is...
So Shoji, there definitely was a heart. You can find the places where it used to connect to the rest of the body. You suspect it may have been exploded by something. There's definite hints of some kind of catastrophic event that happened kind of within the chest cavity of this creature.
Sho just gives like a quiet wail as it is pushed off. It's like, oh!
Yeah. All right. So you've got 3 heads and necks of a necrotized fen hydra. One thing you notice actually about the body is that it doesn't have feet. These actually just have like large fins in place of feet. These are some form of aquatic hydra.
Can Vera check for edibility?
It smells horrific.
Yeah. I was hoping it'd be more fishy, sort of calamari like. But
I mean, kind of like rotten fishy.
Okay.
Like if you walk through a fish market that for some reason exists over 200 miles from the nearest body of water. I've been in one of those. It has
I know what you mean.
Existing, and it was awful.
Okay, let's not do that plan.
All right. Okay. Do you guys want to use any magic for healing at the moment, or risk another or try to take a short rest instead and kind of risk another encounter within the next hour?
I mean, we're not going to have any higher chance of getting attacked if we're resting than if we're just sailing, right?
That's true. But
That's
so
true.
the question really is, did you want to use healing now or no?
No.
I would rather do a short rest than use spell slots personally.
Okay.
Agreed.
And are we allowed? Are we allowed to? We're not allowed to request healing like in after combat from other.
Yeah,
people.
Where did we land on that? Were you able to free any of Damia's spell slots up?
No, the way your things are structured, you don't have quite enough freedom to get her spell slots.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you can use them. Your crew will be less effective. And quite possibly you would have to take encounters that you otherwise would not need to take. That's your guys' call. Did you want to take some spell slots from her or go with the short rest? Okay.
Short rest.
Okay.
Short rest.
An hour passes uneventfully. Another hour passes, and you guys are actually free and clear for the rest of the day.
Yay!
I only rolled
One-
one deadly encounter for this day of travel.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, yes.
Question about the remains. Going full gnome. Can I? The size of the skull, is it able to be made into a helmet? That would fit me.
It could be fashioned into a helmet.
Yay!
That would fit immediately.
Okay, I would like to spend that day cleaning out the skulls as beautifully as I can and perhaps harvest teeth from the other two and perhaps some eyeballs.
All right.
Sorry.
You have.
Sorry.
You go ahead and write this down and remind me to add it to your character sheet later. You've got 6 essentially desiccated Hydra eyeballs. They are completely dry. They're essentially large marbles. And then they're milky white all over.
Ooh.
You've got 3 heads full of teeth and 1 scraped clean Hydra skull. Still smells hideous, but it's workable. Someday Shoji and Gnome will meet.
Yes!
And then there will be a new big bad evil guy. All right. So you guys can take a full. I'll go ahead and mark off a full night's rest.
So I would go ahead then, and everyone who got hit, if it seems like we might be able to sleep before we go to sleep, everyone that got hit, I will dump a spell into so that they don't have exhaustion. Everyone who went down.
Yeah. So I think that was just Almania and Sho. I don't
Yeah.
think anybody else went down.
No.
So cool. Shoji and Almania, you guys had a level of exhaustion. Karina pours some healing into you to get rid of that kind of right before you guys go to bed.
Thank you.
This river moves really fast, and the Legionnaires have been rowing steadily the whole time. You guys will actually hit the inland sea after actually before dawn. So when it is tonight, you guys will hit the inland sea, and then it'll be roughly a day to Onishire. Is there anything that you guys would like to do in preparation? I will tell you that as you guys get close to the inland sea, like, within the next hour or so, all of the legionaries definitely take off their armor and stow it. None of them are going into the inland sea with any weight. They've undone the ropes in case the ship goes down. They don't want to get dragged down with it. The legionaries are all preparing essentially for the ship to not survive.
Meanwhile, Karina's fishing in the river before we get to the sea, because maybe the fish are better in the river.
Karina, roll a survival check.
Thank you. I've been wanting an excuse to roll one of those.
Yura and Shoji.
I will guide myself.
Is there anybody on board who has a available sending?
Shoji, I believe, has access to 1. Actually, you've got access to 3 for the day, but you don't know what encounters you have today.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Damya also has 3. Although today she probably would not have prepared sending, simply because it's mostly about combat and healing.
Yes. So did she have anything left before we went to sleep last night?
Oh, unlikely. We'll call it. Go ahead and roll me a D4, and on a 4, sure, she'll have a slot left.
You know that means Grace will roll a 4.
He rolled a 4.
I just did.
Sure. You know
I'm
what?
so happy.
Sure.
I love you, Grace.
I'm so happy.
I need to be more careful. Asa, I'm gonna have you roll a dice, and if you roll the one right number, she rolled the one right number. Okay.
Every time.
All right, Vera, what are you saying?
Also, sorry about the sirens. Downtown is noisy.
Okay.
So at this point, it's the night before, so we're a day away from the inland sea?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay.
No, you're about 5 or 6 hours away from the inland sea.
Okay. So I don't have my notebook, so I can't record this, but
Right.
but I'll do it roughly. So 6 hours from sea,
Who are you sending it to?
Junior.
Junior. Okay. So 6
I'll start with my call sign as always.
Yep.
6 hours from sea. Any plans how to enter Onishire safely?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'll add in, don't worry, we'll find Lyle.
Okay.
No, I'll find Lyle. That's what I say.
Not we. I.
Gotta remind Junior that he's a failure.
No, just that his mama is going to hunt down his evil little brother. Don't worry.
Sure.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Junior has no idea where you are. You've never told him where you are, only where you're going to be.
No, I've told him, like, in the woad,
Mhm.
etc.
I do
before.
remember you told him that.
Like,
This-
we're going through the woad, blah, blah, blah. I've been telling them that we're roughly 5 days away, where we are, etc. So he knows.
Okay. I don't think any of your messages have told him that you're on a boat.
I think I said sailing through the woad, didn't I?
I don't remember exactly.
I don't
I
have
do
my
remember you
notes.
mentioned.
Text somewhere. Okay. 6 hours from the sea. Okay. Okay. That'll work. Message when within an hour. Notify arrival place. I will have someone meet you. He will know the signs. Nowhere is safe.
Fair enough. That's my boy.
I think Sho also had a third level healing, or not healing, sending.
Yeah, she has. Shoji has one.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one we just used?
No, I thought you used Omnius.
Oh no, that was
These
done.
dummies.
Okay. Shoji also had one slot at the end of that day.
Do you mind if I use that? Since we're about to go to bed?
Nope.
Cool. Then
We're buddies. It's all good.
Then yeah, I'll just answer sort of message received. I'll call you. And I will reassure him coming with supplies.
Okay. How much do you need a crew to move?
Well, I'm out of sendings, unfortunately.
You're out of sendings for the day, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey. Last.
I got a 14 on my fishing.
14. Yeah, you do pretty well. And the fish here are the fish here are quite large. You land several pretty large fish.
Nice. Excellent. I will just let's see. I assume with all the supplies and stuff that we have salt and such.
You guys have a vast number of basic rations.
Okay. So no salt?
No
Is
salt.
what you're saying? Okay.
I've got a thing of seasonings, but it's like personal cooking seasonings.
No, I was hoping to actually like preserve the fish.
Oh, right. Yeah, it wouldn't be enough. Be enough for flavor.
That's fine. Then we'll have fish for dinner.
Yeah. Would you like me to cook it?
Well, I don't know if Mr. The Vial will let us have a fire on his boat.
Yeah, again, unless you have some way
Sushi.
of cooking it without an open flame.
Can I make sashimi? Can I make sushi?
Sure. Roll whatever I've been making you roll to cook things.
I don't even remember. What have you been making me roll? Intelligence?
Probably intelligence or wisdom, and then with proficiency.
My wisdom's better, so let's do it that way. I'm a coastal person.
Yeah,
Ooh, it was lots. 21.
You've got sushi. There's no rice or anything else in it. It's really just raw fish, but it looks nice.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Karina.
Cool. Everybody, real quick, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, come on.
What? It looks nice. I didn't say it was safe. Okay.
Sorry, show.
Okay.
I probably gave you the runs or something.
Roll one for Almania. Okay. And we'll roll one for Constantine.
I should.
Okay.
Hey, in Japan, they eat raw fish all the time. Just saying.
That's true. So
It's
the
a delicacy.
best has advantage.
I should have it.
And I have watched several videos of the tapeworms that several sushi lovers have pulled out of themselves, and they exist. All right.
Well, is that American? American.
Right as the sun kind of crests the horizon, actually, essentially facing you almost as you come out of the river and kind of shoot out into the great inland sea. You guys have arrived at this vast expanse of water. And before we undergo the last, hopefully, leg of the journey to Onishire, we're going to pretend to take a break so that I can run to the restroom real quick. So I'll be back in just a second.
Okay. So I was going to point out before I rolled, but of course I just rolled because I'm dumb, that I never said I was eating any of the fish.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point. Also, Jenny, I think that Vera is just too scared to do it in case she's dead. It's like she doesn't want to know.
Gotcha. No, I
know?
mean, and it makes sense just because, so just to loop our friends who are watching into this, Grace and I were having a private conversation over text. And now we're talking about that on stream with you all.
But not with the DM.
So my suggestion was simply that if Grace felt awkward messaging my former character, that she didn't need to because I didn't mind. And now she's just explaining that she's just worried that she's dead, which is fine and totally fair and valid.
Yes. But we shall see.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to be avoiding it because you felt like you would put me in a weird spot.
Being like making your brain go into an old character. Yeah. I have to say, every time I take piercing damage, I'm like, sure wish I was a werewolf.
Right? I know.
Not that you ever transformed, really.
Well, she hated herself, remember?
Okay. Here we go. Okay. So you guys now have to navigate a little over 100 miles of the inland sea.
Yep. What kind of roll is this?
This is a series of rolls. So what's going to happen is, let me pull up my thing here. Okay. So the way this works is Fenogun needs to navigate the ship so that it is close enough to shore to avoid kind of the massive geysers that explode out in deeper water, and far enough from shore so that he's not running aground of anything. That's going to be really hard. You guys can each attempt to assist in some way. And if you guys succeed and roll high enough, you will be reducing the DC that Fanogun the Vile has to hit.
Okay. But Grace had her hand up first.
Great.
It's a random question. I was wondering if the boat is shallow on, is this a shallow on the draft boat, or what type of even boat is this?
What a great question. It is technically a sloop.
Which I think are deep water boats, so not great.
Deep water boat. What are the words that you used that were important?
Shallow on the draft. So that doesn't hit the bottom easily. How shallow on the draft is a sloop?
Single mast.
The things you learn from Google. Hang on. No, there's this term for it, and I'm not remembering what it is, about the depth of the boat, which is the relevant measurement here.
Mm-hmm.
The draft of a sloop. I think it's just the draft.
Yeah, rigged.
Draft of a sloop.
Okay, stop talking about the sail and tell me about the
Oh,
hull.
I have excellent news. Excellent news. The sloop was fast, agile, and had a shallow draft.
Okay. Let's go with it. It has a shallow draft.
Sweet.
The things you
This
learn.
is good for going along the coast.
It has a shallow draft. It's also hurt quite a bit by the fact that you are at double capacity.
Yes.
Okay. And we took oaths, so no throwing Bremans overboard.
Yeah, I would have.
So we're going to run this essentially like a skill challenge. So what I will tell you kind of up front, just to give you an idea of some obstacles, although if you've got no way of kind of assisting with these, we'll just run,
good point,
you can come up with your own. So some of the factors, right? There's a crew that needs to row quickly and in rhythm. There are sails that need to be tacked to catch the wind, which is currently at a 45-degree angle to your guys' path that you need to go. Yes, I rolled for it. You need to, and you need to avoid running into things. You need to stay far enough offshore to avoid the rocks, but you need to stay out of the really deep water. And within the first few hours, what was the shore starts to become a cliff that steadily rises as you guys go. We can go through this one at a time. We can take some clarifying questions first. Jenny?
Yeah, point of order. Chat wisely pointed out that we've had several deadly encounters, so are we still at double capacity?
You are, yeah. You're unless you at some point decide, you know what? Like the crew's gonna take that deadly encounter. For the most part, they survive unless I roll really horribly.
Okay, cool. That was good. Okay, and then I have ideas for what I'm doing, but I'll let other people go.
Okay. Any clarifying questions? Okay.
How many rolls are we doing? Sorry, 3?
18.
8?
18.
18? 18.
Are currently
Wow.
not here crewmates allowed to help, like Almania
They are allowed to help.
and Constantine?
Constantine, I'm going to keep out of it because he's been contributing to the fights that you guys are not involved in.
Because he's our strong guy. He could help row.
You've got a full crew of legionaries.
I've got an idea to help with the rowing, so that's
all right,
okay.
Karina, what you
Me
got?
too. I have things I can do.
Almania, but
Almania, okay.
Almania, you said that they need a good rhythm.
Yep.
Almania had a variety of
She's got drums.
She picked up. She has drums. No, she doesn't have drums. Okay, but Almania will just play music for them.
Almania can imitate a drum flawlessly.
Sure. Keep up a steady rhythm for them to row to.
So she's standing at the back of the boat going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
This whole time. Great, I love it.
Okay.
Shoji?
Okay. I was going to actually the same area of rowing. I'm proficient in intimidation. So if anyone looks like they're gonna slack off and give up, intimidate them into working harder.
Okay. You've got a crew of professional soldiers, so that DC is gonna be fairly high. Because Almania is also kind of working on that area, the DCs for your check is going to be even higher. So you can go for it. But Almania has that area covered. So if you wanted to try to assist in a different way.
Can I intimidate fish? Maybe like anything that looks like it might be aggressive. Like, use the skulls.
I'll let you think about it, and if you want to go with the intimidation route, we can go with it. Vera, do you have any idea of what you want to do, or Karina? Vera?
So we can't use. Can we use the same skill in different ways, or this is one per skill type?
Yeah, you need to hit a different obstacle to have kind of your own DC.
Because I'm imagining that perception can cover a whole ton of this, as in rocks. We're getting too close to the edge. Pretty much anything.
If you wanna be in the mast, as he's trying to stay close to shore, you're looking out for reefs or rocks or anything like that. Absolutely.
Okay. Could
I assist with that too with the raven instead? Oh, sorry.
You can assist and give Vera advantage if you'd like with the raven.
Bless you.
Okay.
But Shoji, that would, because you have to communicate, the communication from the Raven has to go through you. That would also be your action, and you wouldn't have kind of a separate way to assist.
I see. I think. What do you guys think? Do you think that's worth it? I mean, I'm not sure there's much else I can do.
My
I mean, Vera's
perception
really good at perception.
+9,
So
but
if you could
Oh,
do
whew.
something else, though, and she can re-roll a 1.
Okay.
So if you could
forgot
do
about
something else, that would be more helpful, I think.
Okay.
Karina, do you have any-
How about medicine?
Yeah. Go
okay,
ahead,
let's
Sho.
go with Karina real quick.
Okay. I am going to analyze the wind and make sure that I'm helping keep the sails going straight.
Okay, so you're gonna help tack.
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to do that in such a way that I could use either nature or survival.
I think that's definitely gonna be a survival.
Cool.
And yeah, right, using wisdom. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so you'll be doing survival.
I feel like you could do something with medicine for the crew.
That's exactly what I was going to go to next.
Like, you could like limber them up.
Yeah.
Hydra
that
body
raised
setup.
Masseuse.
Now we're
Although,
boiling up
Anya.
the boys.
Huh?
Masseuse.
Or like their hands, maybe, you know.
Okay, I'll allow that. If you want to like bind hands where blisters have broken out and things like that. Okay, I'll allow
Is it
that.
bad that my mind also went to, well, she could also find some way of like amphetamines here. Don't know what you got on ya.
You know,
Things I've collected from.
I would let you use. You have that feature that accelerates the body's natural healing, the life on demand.
Oh, I do.
I would let you use that to kind of lower your DC if you want to spend that for the day.
Yes, I would.
Okay, all right. So Shoji, you'll be rolling medicine to limber up the crew, take care of hands, and just kind of gently exude and distribute that energy that you've stolen from the creatures that you've slain, kind of out to the legionaries.
That's pretty
All
awesome.
right.
Yeah.
So what I need now is you're about to go through kind of 18 hours of just intense focus and work as you guys are desperately trying to navigate this sea. So if you could all roll 18 D20s, add your relevant modifiers.
18.
So you can just right click on the die, go to 15, and then I think right click 3 times. And that should get you 18 dice.
Oh, sorry, I messed up mine. Hang on a sec.
Do.
At
What do you
some
do?
point, we'll come up with a smoother system for this.
Sorry.
Alternatively, if you guys want, you can just roll 1 and apply it to all of them. It's more of a risk reward.
Yeah, that's too
That
dangerous.
Yeah, time for that. One.
so I'm
Oh,
just
wait,
gonna-
that's not.
Do
All
them
right.
separately.
I'm just gonna do this
Here.
6 times for this.
Yeah.
Can't do them all.
Wait, so I'm
Okay.
gonna do.
And
All right, so Shoji, give me your numbers in order. With your
okay. And medicine, I add 3. That doesn't seem right.
3. Are you proficient?
Shouldn't I add? I am proficient.
Yes, but you have a 0 wisdom modifier, so it's just your proficiency.
Oh.
So yeah, you'll have.
Oh, it's charisma that's plus.
So
I
Shoji,
see.
in order.
Okay, sorry. Okay, math. Okay, let's see. That's 5, 7, 10, 13, 21, 12, 17, 8, 22, 18, 4, 21, 22, 22, 12, 14, 23. That one was a natural 20.
Oh.
And 12. Yes, one natural 20 and a natural 1.
Awesome. All right. Who's ready next?
I can go for Almania.
Okay.
So we have a 19, a 15, a 26, a 15, a 17.
And real quick, you're rolling performance. I
Yeah.
realized I never said that. Okay, good.
I
So,
assume.
So starting at number 4.
17.
Okay.
9. 19. 20.
Okay.
25. A natural 1 for 8.
Okay.
Let's see. Then I have, that's as far as I did math. I had 13, 19, 22, 16, and 24.
Damn. Okay. Vera.
16, 13, natural 20, so 29. 17, 19, 18, another natural 20, 29. 14, 21, 25. Sorry, it shifted.
Okay.
23, 12, 14, 25, nat 20, 29, 15, 16, and 14.
Okay. And Shoji. Or Karina, I'm sorry.
Okay, I've got a 15, 19, 15, 15, 14, 27. Let's see, I got a 3 plus 9, 12, 25, 13, 20, 14, 15, 16, 27, natural 20 for 29, 19, 15 plus 9 is 24, and a 17. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 17.
17. Okay.
Yep.
Right. No. 3. Four. Okay.
No one will be seated during the intense math section of this particular session.
Okay. Over the course of those 18 hours, the ship takes 4 kind of major hits as it slams into a rock. It strays a little bit too far out into the deep water and almost gets capsized, takes some damage. There are bits and chunks of rail missing. Water is starting to seep in. Off, who's just kind of watching as you're all intensely at work, is a large slime and amorphous, and so actually just like plugs some of the holes in like various spots.
Sweetheart.
And the kind of the cliff on your guys' right as you're heading west is just climbing higher and higher and higher. And after about 14 hours, you can see Onishire on the cliff far ahead. The ship takes a few more heavy run-ins, collisions. There we go. But you guys manage to guide it to kind of that cliff entrance that goes all the way up the cliff. You can kind of see the underside of the city 1,000 feet above, and just kind of pitch darkness inside where you know the harbor to be.
An hour before you messaged your son, right?
Yes, an hour away.
Okay, an hour out.
Yes. Can I also, I know I'm maybe throwing this in randomly because I forget how it works, but this is like sort of a major passion role for Vera
Okay.
on like actually going home to her kids. So
Right,
could that
right.
have assisted? I don't know.
This is a major passion role for Josh.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
finally back.
I
So
know.
yeah, what if you want to roll percentile dice?
I mean, I don't know what it would help or if it would ease that passage or what.
No, it would mostly just kind of give you inspiration.
Cool.
On
Whatever
a
is ahead.
here.
Cool.
In fact, nope, Karina's not from here either.
Me and Almania.
Almania. Jenny, if you want to roll a quick passion die for Almania.
So how does it work again?
It's it's just a percentile die, and you want a 60 or below.
Okay.
Almania does
D10.
not feel inspired.
So is a D10?
And then if you right click on the D10, then it gives you the percentiles and it will roll them both.
You've already rolled the first one, so just kind of roll. Just go ahead and roll the second one.
Roll another one. Okay. Hang on, let me grab it.
So that would be a 13 then. So Vera, some roll. I forget if in 5th edition inspiration is per session or per.
Bardic
day.
inspiration lasts for 10 minutes.
Bardic inspiration, but I realized recently that giving somebody inspiration non-bardically is actually just advantage on a roll of their choice. So
no, that's usually a hero point, actually. But I mean, there's 2 different mechanics for it. It depends on which one you want. So
well, I think it's the same mechanic, but in 5th edition they just call it inspiration. So Vera, at some point in this game day, you can call for advantage on a roll, but you need to call it before you make the roll.
Okay. Yeah, I will have either our cleric friend or I don't want to use show spells because we might run into trouble. So I'll ask our cleric friend to send a message because I'll have told the crew like I have a contact. We need to talk to them an hour before. So yeah, I will contact Junior and say, okay, we're an hour out, arriving by ship. Does this ship have a name? Is it emblazoned anywhere identifying?
Nope.
So arriving by sloop.
Well, I don't think there's a lot of traffic in the Onishire harbor at the moment, so one ship arriving will probably be noticed.
That is very true. But just to clarify, no crew needed for supplies. Identifying for your man? Or identify your dude.
Identify your dude.
That is not what Vera says.
I feel like that's way too informal for
She
Vera.
says identifier for your man, question mark.
Oh, identify.
Or identifying code for your man.
Okay. I don't have the kind of official terminology worked out for this, but enemies using disguises, family code, like whatever the family's like, only the innermost circle knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of that super emergency subset of the family thieves can't.
Okay. And then does she happen to have another sending in her or no?
Yeah, you guys haven't had to use any spells today. There were actually no encounters.
Oh, okay. Have to think about this.
Sorry, I forgot to grab this guy's name.
So I've got 2 more then. If does she have 3 level 3s?
Yes. Bear in mind, you don't know what you're going into.
True. So I'll just ask her to use 1, and I will call Talia, and hopefully she is alive.
Talia. Okay.
Now that we're actually here and could maybe do something about her maybe not being alive.
All right. What are you saying to Talia?
Because it's not my voice. I'll say, Talia, it's Ma. We're coming to the docks, to the Onishire docks now. Where are you? And we're going to come and find you. We'll come for you.
All righty. Okay, what's
Also, Amanya's a bird, but I won't say that.
Amanya's a bird.
Just thought maybe I will. Also, Amanya's a bird. Don't be shocked.
Just throw that in at the end.
Yeah.
Also, Elmanya's a bird.
Because I just realized, like, she totally would not know that. So if she sees a bird, it's our friend.
And this is an hour out, or you guys are at the docks?
Still an hour out, and I'll say we're an hour away from the docks to her, coming in by boat.
Alrighty.
But yes, just to clarify, the mission was a success. Amanya's alive. She's just a bird.
Okay. You get a response, and I will tell you what it is as soon as I find it.
The fact that he has a pre-coded one is very worrisome to me, Jenny.
It's fine, guys. I'm sure it's fine.
All fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Is this Shoji or Damya?
Do you want it to be you, Sho, just because you know her?
Oh no, I have counter spell.
Yeah, you might want to keep your spells. Yeah, make it the other,
Yeah,
make it the cleric. Yeah.
It seems like there might, I don't know. If you wanted to use one, I think that'd be okay.
No, we'll use the other ladies because this is gonna get hairy really fast.
Damya gets kind of a confused look on her face and says, okay, it doesn't make any sense. But she says, Ma betrayed, stay everything away, fine, come with Samvelhain, back soon. Family, red, safe at goddess, us Samvelhains.
Did you repeat that?
Ma, betrayed, stay everything away, fine. There's no punctuation, like it all just kind of runs through. I'm saying it with punctuation so that you can actually hear it. So everything away, fine, come with Samvelhain, back soon family, red, safe at goddess, us Samvelhains.
Okay. Well, we know where we need to go. Okay. An hour out. Let's go.
All right. As you guys kind of crest into the docks, Vera, you're rather familiar with kind of the dock area.
Oh, don't you say rather. I've been here for 150 years.
Yeah, okay, fine. It was an understatement. Ordinarily, there are torches. It's fairly brightly lit. There's a lot of activity, even when, even once the sea was impassable, lots of people came down here to fish and try to get, some kind of food. There are always ships or the remaining ships that the mercenaries brought back from when Westershire fell a year ago, right? Usually those are here. There are no ships. You hear no activity. There's no light down here other than what kind of gently comes in through kind of the crack in the cliffside that you use to enter. So there's kind of one long beam of light that illuminates kind of the middle of this area, and then that just fades out into gloom. No ships, there's no people that you can see. There are no light sources other than kind of the sunlight coming through. It is, actually, I guess it's getting towards evening at this point, isn't it? So it's fairly late in the day. But it is just deserted in here, and you guys just kind of silently, just kind of the swish of the oars in the water as you guys kind of slowly coast towards the dock.
Yeah. Can we, when we're still like 20 minutes out, is there a particular person who's been the point person for the Vremens that I can speak to?
There are two Condritters. If you wanted to talk to one of them.
Yeah. So I'd like to go up to him and say, unless I'm mistaken, in about 15 minutes our oaths will be fulfilled. Am I correct?
Oh, no.
Totally non-threateningly said.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, as soon as we have reached the docks.
I don't know if you're able to tell me this, since I know that your mission is entirely your own, but will our paths continue to cross? It seems to me that the information I've received is this city remains completely dangerous, and if we are continuing along the same path, perhaps we might be able to stay together. However briefly.
That is a good plan, but often when you're talking to Vremens about kind of plans and strategy, there's a lot of like looking up as they step around various oaths.
Mm-hmm.
The previous squads that came this, your friend Talia have not been responding to messages. wherever you are going, we are going our own way.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. You have been very helpful.
Of course, it was, I cannot say it was a pleasure. That journey was, well, it was shit. Sorry. But
I just raise an eyebrow at him.
thank you for your assistance in getting here. We will take care of the ship. And I hope to not ever find myself on the other side of battle from you and your friends.
May I offer a suggestion as the ship? As I understand it, it folds to a small shape?
Indeed.
It seems to me that as I'm looking ahead, this dock looks entirely different than what I'm used to seeing, and a ship coming into it is very conspicuous. May I suggest that we disembark as quickly as possible and you fold that ship as quickly as possible? We were never here.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right. Just so we're clear. Bit of wisdom.
Yeah. So you guys kind of coast into the dock, and there's not really a lot of stuff to unload. So everybody kind of hops out of the ship, the legionaries making sure everybody's out. Oth oozes his way up onto the dock. The legionaries kind of speak the command word, and it turns back into a box. One of them kind of reaches out, fishes it out of the water. It's kind of battered, broken, scuffed, still functional, kind of tucks it into a pack. And that converter that you were talking to kind of looks up into just the darkness, but if the light extended, you'd essentially be looking at kind of the underworkings of the city. So, brief favor, how do you get up there?
With your feet.
There's the
There's
stairs?
an elevator.
I'm not telling him that, am I?
Could you point us to the stairs?
I just like sort of vaguely like do this off into the darkness.
Are you pointing in the direction of kind of the pulleys and the elevators, or no?
I'm not that mean. Yes, I will, and they'll find it out eventually.
Okay. They kind of head off in that direction, but you three, Almania, Constantine, Damia, Fenogun the Vile,
And Oz.
and just kind of your whole crew are standing there in the darkness of the docks. Vera, you definitely see that kind of in between the stones that make up most of the docks down here. There's definitely dried blood kind of in between, kind of in the cracks. It's old, but it's there.
I just sort of like football huddle everybody really fast. Might I suggest that every step we take in this city, we take as if we do not want to be seen? Which of us is particularly terrible at this?
I point at Constantine.
Damia, how are you?
Oh, what a great question. What is Damia wearing?
I'm like pointing at anybody with like any sort of mail on. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, Lord.
Damia is wearing. Damia is definitely wearing some whatever scale mail is. I think that's medium.
Mhm.
Pretty clanky, but not as bad as it could be.
And it's not as bad as plate, but she'll still have disadvantage.
Right.
Well, Constantine won't, because Karina will tap him on the shoulder and cancel out his
Like, thank you.
disadvantage, so he just gets a straight roll.
Okay, so Constantine has blessings of the trickster.
Trickster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Do I
Odd.
from yeah.
Oth raises multiple tentacles. As you ask, who's particularly bad at this?
You're not very good at being quiet, Oth. You seem very subtle. I mean, you're entirely liquid, almost.
Yes, but I can move through very small spaces. I cannot avoid making much noise.
I see. How big is he again?
He is considered large.
So he can't change volume.
No, not total volume. No.
Okay. I'm
Not quite.
different type of volume. Yes.
Your Jaeger friend. So you've got Fanagan the Vile, who is also not great. He's not particularly bad, just not great. And then your other guy, Sroot, just kind of, and there's just a rat where he was, and so he just kind of scurries up into one of Oth's pockets.
I like him. What I was wondering, do I have anything in my background, because it seems to me like I might, to sort of muffle people, as in just pad out armor, to assist in any of that?
So there is certainly processes that you can do to pad armor. It will take time and money. Constantine could take the armor off and bundle it up so it wouldn't make any noise, but then he would not be wearing it.
Yes, I'm thinking more like quick and dirty, as in I've been on some Ocean's 11 trips where I might have had to do this.
Not really with people in full plate.
True. Okay.
Usually, I mean, Gideon came up with just crazy plans.
He did. He was the best.
He didn't usually make mistakes as big as, okay, we get to the door, we're ready for the heist. That armor is going to make a lot of noise.
Yes. Okay. So can I just do a quick scan around for our man then? I'm going to stealth, personally.
Okay.
Also, me.
Yeah. Can I just like make a signal to everybody like, okay, let's give this a try.
Yeah, this is going to be a bunch. So yes, everybody go ahead and roll stealth. Oth rolls. Okay. Damia rolls with disadvantage.
Can I also send the Raven out?
You may send the Raven out. The Raven can't see much down here because it is basically, it's really dark.
Yeah.
Because you guys won't be able to see. Yeah.
Can I summon a bat instead?
Everything down here is either dim or complete darkness.
Oh.
Prefer it that way.
Karina stubs her toe.
If it flies up above everything?
Sorry, Karina.
Oh, Karina does stub her toe. Okay, Constantine rolls straight. Okay, Karina is the loudest person in the party.
I'm sorry, Karina.
Actually, by far.
One stepped on my foot.
No, it was sort of oozed on you, and you were surprised and jumped away.
But it looks like the average of everybody else is actually like a 15 or 16. So you guys are all actually moving pretty quietly. Elmania quickly keeps Karina quiet. So you guys as a group are actually moving quite quietly.
Okay. I'm just going to be keeping an eye out for the guy.
For the guy. Okay. As you guys kind of creep down, you hear the noises of the Vremens finding kind of one of the elevators, and you can hear pulleys and ropes squeaking as presumably several of them have taken kind of the wheel in the center, and you kind of hear that squeaking noise and rattling of ropes and pulleys and wood just kind of go higher and higher and higher up into the darkness. You guys can head over to a different one. Vera, as you go, you see signs little nicks in the wood that are fresh, just little bits and signs. Somebody from the family has been here and has left you a trail.
Okay, I will follow that then, of course.
And you guys, it takes you to kind of one of those pulleys. Constantine is definitely strong enough to help with this. Looks like Constantine's going to be doing most of the work, although Oth is quite large, so Oth can help. Oh, and is quite strong. Okay. Mostly Oth and Constantine are doing the work that you've seen before, done mostly by Dragonborn slaves and ogre slaves. But they kind of turn the pulley, and you guys can see. Actually, does anybody have a light source?
I thought we were sneaking.
Yeah, I don't want light.
You're being quiet. But I'm just okay. So you guys can't really.
I mean,
see
Almania could have candle up to help a little bit, but if she would only do that if Vera said it was
It's a
okay.
very small light. Okay.
Yeah, I might say let's stay in darkness here.
Okay.
But
So
can
you
I
guys
be
are
listening
agreeing
like
with
I'm just listening really hard for anything.
Vera, you and Almania both have dark vision, though. You with your goggles, and Almania with her magic rock. So Vera, you notice a large number of liquid stains, kind of in the wood and on the handles of the machine, as you guys kind of rattle and squeak your way up to the hangar district. Where's my?
Just like doing this to my tattoo to like comfort myself. The family tattoo. I'm like holding it.
You get up there, and Vera, if you want to go ahead and look around for your contact.
I will. I assume that is perception.
Yep.
17.
You spot him immediately, even though he's very clearly trying to hide. He rolled
What did he roll?
so badly.
Man, he's giving my family a bad name.
And you clock Grady. Grady is your family's basically he's your family's magical consult. He's been with you and Gideon for a long time. Kind of an older, very wiry looking human with various kind of trinkets and artifacts. One of the very few humans, large folk that your family employs at all. Grady has proved his worth many times. And he quickly notices you, quickly noticing him. So he steps out of the shadows kind of as if he is revealing himself, pretending that you didn't catch him, and flashes you a couple of hand signals that you recognize as kind of that inner circle code.
I'll just go up to him and do a sort of like bend down motion because he's not bigger than me.
He looks around and then kind of heads over and just crouches just all the way down.
I'm just I'm gonna grab him by the back of the neck and just like quick hug and then hold him like that.
You pull him in for a quick hug. He pulls away and draws a dagger. And
I knew it was you. When he does that, he's got it like right here.
He flashes you another sign.
I flash him one there. It is me. Come on, don't you remember Havana? I mentioned some sort of old thing that we pulled, 50 years ago.
You said never again, and if I told anybody, you would kill me.
Oh, don't think I wouldn't, dearie. But it's between you and me.
All right, well, Junior said to get you back quick as we can. These are all...
I vouch for these. In fact, that's a very sensible idea. I'm going to turn to the group and say, listen to me, if any of my family questions you, and I'll teach them a very fast hand sign.
Okay. You do that.
If they question your identity, because I don't think our enemies would know this.
Actually, Ma, that one's changed. And he kind of shows you a bit of a variation on it.
Very sensible. I knew Junior wouldn't let me down in that.
The enemy has been using disguises. Junior's been boss has been switching them up every couple of weeks.
Now, are we talking our enemies? Are we talking the city's enemies? Are we talking the entirety of life on Earth's enemies here?
I'm gonna let the boss brief you on that one. Leaning towards the latter, pretty much everybody. He said you brought food.
I did. I'll just poke the bag of holding. It's bigger than it looks.
His face just kind of falls, and he's like, "I thought there was a lot."
I'll pull a day's rations out of my backpack and give it to him. This is for now.
It's bigger than it looks.
He kind of pushes it back at you, and he's just like, "No, I'm not hungry. Well, I am hungry now, actually." And he takes it and then quickly wolfs down about half of it and then wraps it up and tucks it away.
The bag's bigger than it looks. You know what I mean?
Good. Okay. You scared me there. We have a lot of people we're trying to feed. All right. We got to move. He keeps kind of looking at the sky as the sun is definitely going down at this point. And you guys hurry through the city. He is leading you into the slacks, Vera, into territory that you know well. Where do you guys want to head? Are you guys following him?
I will.
Okay.
Joe will ask Vera really quick, is this the way to Samvilheim? Was it? Samvilheim?
No, this is the way to my family, to my sons. I will try to get us to Samvilheim when we can, but first, we don't know what's going on here. I mean, my boy has his ear to the ground, so information, and then we can talk. Fair?
Might I suggest that we keep the chit-chat to a minimum while we're in the streets,
Entirely.
All right.
Because Karina knows this sort of stuff and she hates it. So
the sneaking?
the sneaking through the streets lest somebody gets you and pounds you into the dirt. She's quite familiar with that from where she is. So yeah.
I'm familiar, but it's been a while.
I would like one of you to roll a quick D12.
Oh, Lord.
I'll do it.
Do it. I'm too scared to do it, Jenny. Thank you.
7.
Okay, somewhere in the middle.
You guys pass through, Vera, this is mostly just for you, the North Hangars district. I know you lost your notes.
So mad.
But one of the things that Junior told you last time was that the cult of Illyriel has taken over the hangars.
Yeah.
And he made it sound like a bad thing somehow.
Yeah.
As you guys go through the streets, you see very few people. Those few people that you do see are just kind of gaunt faces peering out of windows, and as they see you, most of them just kind of closing the shutters. Some people that you can see with just, everybody is just gaunt, sunken features. You can see kind of all of the muscles in their arms. some people kind of huddled in alleys, kind of peering out at you guys with kind of hungry looks on their faces, but they don't do anything. They just kind of shrink deeper into the alleys. And you can see a red spiral kind of smeared on the sides of buildings, on street posts. This is it's the sign that you recognize from Lyra that she used to. Well, Lyra, did you ever use it before the actual ritual?
Yes, because she was always like trying to preach her, religion, Lyriel. So yeah, she was spreading it as much as she could.
You also
she showed it to Talia.
Yeah, you also
Talia
recognize
used
it from when Talia actually carved it into her arm.
Yeah, I didn't like it then either. Sorry,
So as you pass through this district, it's fairly quiet, and everybody that you see looks either afraid or hungry, and that sign is just kind of smeared here and there. You then enter the slacks. If somebody would give me another D12 roll.
I can do this one.
Okay.
This is your neighborhood. That's fitting.
Yes. 5.
Okay. You cross kind of the large boulevard that separates the slacks from the hangars. For the first few minutes into the slacks, you notice that symbol of Illyriel has been smeared on buildings. This is something that Junior would never have allowed in territory that he controls. But eventually, as you get closer in, some buildings and whole kind of sections of the street have actually just been burned to the ground. And you can see within kind of the ruins, burnt and blackened bones and skeletons. Several of these buildings were burned with people inside. And you get further and further until you start to recognize kind of symbols, subtle hints here and there that this is Mayweather territory. And eventually you guys kind of get to a barricade that appears abandoned, and Grady kind of whistles a particular tune, at which point you realize that you are being watched from the roofs, from the barricade. What looked like just kind of broken rubble on buildings to the side kind of open up into actual like murder holes, essentially, that have been broken and carved and built into some of these buildings. And there are halflings all over the place with arrows trained on you guys. But Grady flashes a couple of kind of hand signals, and a bunch of halflings kind of run out past and behind you guys to kind of cover behind you looking down the streets. And you guys are ushered into what looks like a small, like a section of buildings that has been turned into essentially a fortress. Every street and alley kind of out has been barricaded. And it is essentially a fortified island in the middle of an otherwise deserted section of the city. There's a lot of activity kind of everywhere. As the sun at this point has basically gone beyond the horizon. There's just a little bit of light left, and people are running, mostly halflings, are running around carrying boxes, spears that look essentially like long poles, like washing poles and things like that have had the ends sharpened. Some have had metal kind of sharpened and stuck onto the end. It's all fairly crude, but everybody looks like they're essentially battening down the hatches and getting ready for a siege. Grady leads you into kind of a center structure. And as you guys kind of go down these steps into what looks like an old cellar or basement, Vera, you see Benji standing at a table with several other halflings, and there is a crude map of the city. It's, laser detail on the slacks. And it looks like it has been filled out for the rest of the city, just not with as much detail and clarity. And there are various pieces and areas colored in or blacked out, and whatnot. And as you guys kind of come down, Benji looks up at you, and there's a kind of a flash of surprise on his face. And he just kind of holds up a finger and continues kind of chatting quietly with a couple of halflings that are right next to him. He looks like he's kind of dispatching some final instructions. And for the next few minutes, it's just kind of quiet as halflings kind of run in and out, deliver messages, and then take their orders and leave. Is there anything that you guys want to be doing during those few minutes? All of the guards that you've passed so far all have like spears and crossbows, all trained on Oth. They're just kind of, actually, I don't think Oth. Oh well, no, he can fit through just about anything, but he is taking up about a quarter of the room. He's kind of a box shape in the corner.
Can I just look at one of the crossbows trained on Oth and just raise an eyebrow at the guy?
He give me an intimidation check.
13.
13. He catches the eye and just flushes red. And you can see his hands start to tremble a little bit, but he keeps the crossbow on Oth.
Good boy.
Vera, give me a quick insight check.
Sure. Sucked.
Okay.
I'm a little emotionally overwhelmed right now.
You are emotionally overwhelmed. You are also reminded very much of the early days. Just the energy in the room, the insecurity and fear and hunger that you've seen as you've kind of passed through this small fortified section of the Slacks. Very, very reminiscent for you. So is there anything that you guys would like to do in kind of the quiet few minutes? Yeah.
I would like to, first of all, open my pack and start handing out, because we all had stuffed our packs full of food. So start handing out rations to everyone around there. And while I'm doing that, I'm kind of using that as a cover. I want to get a good look at as good of a look at the map as I can. Because Da has been here, but I have never been here. So I don't know the layout of the city or anything at all, except secondhand from my father. So I would like to get a look at the map if I can.
Okay. You start taking out kind of rations from your pack. A couple of the guards actually just set down their weapons, grab as much as they can, and run out. And fairly quickly, there's a small assembly line to you and out the door, and Almania starts kind of piling them out of the bag of holding as well. They're not eating them. They are taking them somewhere else.
All right. I was about to say, perhaps let's do that in a more organized manner. We don't want to riot.
Oh no, they are scared. There is also discipline. Junior does not. You and Gideon did not run a sloppy organization, and Junior has not let you down in that area. They know what they're doing, and there is a lot of just immediate cooperation. Okay. So you guys start kind of piling out the food. Constantine, who's kind of like stooped over down here, kind of takes his pack out as well, and dishing those out. Before Benji kind of sends the last two halflings near him kind of out with their instructions, and then looking at looking at all of you, kind of gestures you forward. And Karina, yeah, as you were kind of pulling the food out, you get a look at the map. I will, let's do this. I think I still have a map in Fantasy Grounds. Let's see if I still have this. Shoot. Well, that would have been good to prepare. All right, we'll do this. So the districts are all labeled. I just want to check real quick, see if I have a map quickly available, because this would be a lot easier if I could just show it to you. No, I don't. Okay. The slacks, it looks like there are several pieces in kind of this portion of the neighborhood, and they are labeled. And Vera, you recognize the names. These are the names of your grandsons. Where are we?
So does it look like they've been portioned out to those
Yeah,
grandsons to look after? Capos?
Onishire arc. Yeah, each one looks like there are several other sections of the slacks divided into places like this one. So you can see, right, Vernon, Dan, Gerald, right, little labels in similar areas as this. However, the whole northern section has just kind of a piece labeled Marianne, which is not a name that you recognize, or at least nobody kind of within the organization. And there's just a large swath that seems of the northern slacks that seems to be controlled by Marianne. A large portion, all of North Hangers, and a large portion of kind of the eastern slacks is kind of colored in with several pieces with the symbols of Illyriel on them. And that territory is definitely kind of encroaching into the slacks. And then the western portion of the slacks is a series of kind of crudely carved wooden figures that are in the shape of spiders. You see several in the shape of like spear points. You're not sure what they are, kind of scattered around the western end. All of the little pockets with the names of your grandsons, and one you can see right, has Benji's name on it, and that's presumably where you guys are, kind of form a loose ring. And that ring is an island in the middle of, right, Marianne over here, Illyriel over here, and then just kind of a broad assortment of strange figures and symbols kind of over here. Mayweather territory appears to be surrounded. There are a number of other symbols kind of scattered throughout the city. You can see one for Sam Velhane kind of in the council district, along with a number of other figures labeled after others of the Council of Merchants that you recognize, scattered kind of in their various points. And you can see crude ghoul figures scattered without much concentration, but like throughout the rest of the city. So kind of as you guys kind of take all of this in, as you kind of crowd around this table, those of you who are not halfling sized are kind of hunched down a little bit. And Benji is just kind of leaning over the table, just kind of looking straight at you, Vera. You're back.
I leave for, how long have I been gone for? Good Lord.
Like 8 months. You guys.
I leave for a few months. 8 months. It's been a while. It was winter when we left, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys left in late, essentially like late February. And you've come home in like October, roughly the equivalent of October.
8 months gone, and I come back to a war zone.
Oh, a lot's happened in those few months.
Miriam, all right.
She is.
Carolyn?
She's fine.
I look at the map for a second. You've held the line. Not even your father could ask you to do more than that. In this.
Why'd you come back?
Realize what was important?
A little late for that.
Don't I know it? Late for some of your boys. Not for all of them.
What you want?
Get you out?
What, you mean out of the city?
Out? Somewhere new? This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, it's gone.
He calls out to the guards that are left in the room, and just kind of nods at the door. And they pick up kind of the spears and crossbows that were laid down to transport food, and kind of they all clear out. Doesn't matter. I lost Gene, Ma.
That's what matters.
He died for what doesn't matter.
I was wrong to make you think it all did. All that matters is us.
It's not what Dad said.
Well, maybe he was wrong too, you know. You don't know what matters until you're gone, until you're out there in the world when
Well, maybe he was wrong and maybe I'm wrong, but you don't get to skip out and come back and tell me that my boy died for nothing, that Junior almost died for nothing, that his boy died for nothing, that none of it matters. You don't get to come back and tell me that Dad was wrong, that everything we've done here is for a waste. You don't get to do that.
didn't mean to say it like that. I meant it does matter. It all matters, but our lives matter. What I meant was the money doesn't matter. The glory. The people on the ground matter.
In the brief moment that you've been back, have you seen anyone who looks like they're in this for the glory or for money?
I know. It's like it was at the beginning. It was about protecting ourselves, and I got lost in it. I thought the rest of it was important. Now I know it's not. That's what doesn't matter. It's the getting the kids off the street, giving them something to do, giving them someone's eye to spit in who deserved it. That's what matters.
Yeah, well, everyone's got something to do now. So I want to ask you again, what do you want? Because we're not abandoning these people.
Never said that.
Everyone here's got a place mark but you. So again, what do you want?
What do you want me to do? Go?
You can do whatever you want.
Then I'm gonna stay here and watch your back and make sure I don't lose a single other grandchild.
You're welcome to do that, but you're not calling the shots, all right?
It's been a while since I've done that.
In the old days, it was you and Dad. Now it's Junior and I. So you're welcome to sleep here or this, in any of the other encampments. But you're not calling the shots.
It's been a while since I've done that. You know it. I meant it for you. Your dad and I meant it for you. We didn't mean to leave you this.
Yeah, well, you did.
So
you skipped out with barely a word.
So let me fix it.
How do you plan on doing that?
Like I said, I don't have to call the shots. But you send me somewhere and I can do a job. You know I can.
Your friends in this as well?
Joe nods.
Karina has, during this entire conversation, sort of kind of backed off into the corner near Oth and is about halfway through assuming her alter ego persona.
Okay.
So, like, makeup kind of going on, and it's beginning to look a little bit familiar to Vera and Sho, as Rin is slowly emerging.
Nice. I'll just turn to Benji and say,
But she nods, yeah.
if there's one thing I've learned, I can't speak for anybody anymore. So I let them speak for themselves too, Av. I'm in life and soul for you. And you can hate me all you want. I'm not entirely sure you don't already or you haven't always, but I'm here and I'm not going.
Fine. Well, we've got jobs. I can find you one. Grady will show
Almanya
you.
would pipe up that she also has to take care of her brother. Just throwing that out there.
Who does?
Almanya pipes up that she has to check in with her family.
Right. Grady will find you a bunk. Rest up. You've all had look like you've had a bit of a journey. We'll
Can I
call
see
you.
your brother? Is he here?
We're keeping him on the move.
And your other one?
My other one. I haven't got another one. Grady, find him bunks. I'll let you know when we have a job. I've got work to do. Oth slowly starts oozing towards the exit.
Off, darling, where are you going?
That was clearly a dismissal, and I wish to be friendly.
So we'll likewise look for direction to the bunk.
Grady gestures out the door. Constantine, Oth follows.
Karina's hanging back. She's going to be the last one out.
Okay.
Wait, Sho would probably say something like, "You were Rin the whole time." Nice.
You make the observation.
Yeah.
Not so much me, akin, but more the me that's not me. That's sometimes, well, it's sort of like a second me. It's complicated.
Like there's two people inside of you. Yes. All right.
No, not like that.
Can I dissect one of them?
You're welcome to try, but I don't think you'll get very far.
I'm just
I love
standing, looking at Benji, leaning over
I
the map.
was going to say, there's only 4 people left in the room, and Benji and Vera. Vera's looking straight at Benji. Benji is looking down at the table, clearly pretending to focus and plan, and but not, clearly very distracted by Vera kind of staring at him.
Ooh.
Karina's also staring at Vera for what it's worth. Like,
If you wouldn't mind, Rin?
I mean, you can call me whatever you want. It doesn't really matter at this point. You found me out now,
simply
so.
say I need to say something to my son that is for his ears only.
Ah, right then. I see. You don't do the public I love yes around here then. All right. Now that
Dude.
Vera, it is just you and Benji in the room.
You know, I'm stubborn. And you can hate me all you like. But I do love you, Benji. And that's not going to change. And before he can answer, I will whip around and walk out of the room.
Okay, give me a quick persuasion check.
I am going to do this with advantage with my passion roll.
With advantage.
Okay. Do. 17. Dropped a
17.
nat 1, by the way. Woofda.
Okay. You leave the room in silence.
I will
Right.
go to the bunks or where everybody else is going.
All right, Grady leads you into a building. They lead off to a different one.
Oh.
So is anybody going with Oth? They're not like it's not like they're taking him off to have him killed privately. They're just taking him to a different one.
Yeah, no, I'll go with him.
I'll follow
And
him too.
You'll follow him. Is anybody going into the other building?
What is Almanya doing? Would she be going?
Almanya's not here, so Almanya's following tonight.
She'd go with Aw.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, she would.
Okay.
Okay,
Grady's like, all right, it's going to be a tight fit, and there's no bunks in here, but can't have him scaring the little ones. And so kind of leads your whole group. Constantine and the Constantine, Damia, all of the NPC members of the party are going to head into the other building. But you guys are essentially led to kind of a storeroom that has lots of poles and staves that look like they're halfway transformed into some sort of weapon. Knives, daggers, short swords, boxes and barrels filled with you don't know what. And Oth just kind of finds space in between because I don't think he needs to sleep. He's a slime.
So he can watch our sit
Yeah.
while we sleep.
Just kind of slurps his way into like one part of the room, and the rest of you just have kind of barren floor and like sacks of vegetables as bedding and whatnot.
I'll tug a little bit on Oth's robe and say, can you spare a bit of your self to make maybe some pillows or something? Is that possible?
Can we cuddle Off? Vera needs a cuddle.
Unfortunately, if you did that, you would dissolve.
She'll just
You're not
chuckle.
the hugging type. I get it. All right.
If you would like and are ready, I would be happy to add your existence to dissolve.
She'll just literally burst out laughing.
If it's all the same to you, my dear, I'd rather keep my existence as I am for maybe a day or two longer.
Of course, only when you are ready.
Thank you.
The show's actually going to go to the other area when she sees that there's no beds. It's like, oh, have fun, guys. Okay.
Shoji's like, no, I'm going to take the beds. All right, Shoji, you head off into the other building. Is anybody else going with her, or are you guys gonna stay in the storeroom?
Gonna sit down with my back to a sack and with my arms around my knees. This.
All right.
I mean, I'll give you a little hug if you want one, but not long enough to make it weird, you get. Just, quicken, and then I'm out.
It's very kind of you.
And I promise I don't dissolve people when I hug them like, our slimy friend there.
It's all right.
Op says, "Ooh, snap."
It's very kind of you. It's simply I took something for granted, and now I've seen I must earn it back, if I ever had it at all.
Well, I think the funny thing about, I don't know anything about mothers and sons. All I know about are fathers and daughters. But, I mean, we know when we're loved, yeah? And I hope you know when you're loved, at least. Well, Papa's a bit of a bastard sometimes, but I do love him after all. And I'm sure your son feels the same way about you, right? So just don't take it for granted anymore, and you'll be fine.
I think I've
Burned that bridge.
perhaps that I was going to say perhaps it's like hard for her to get out the word. Bastard doesn't even cover it when it comes to me.
Well, I've been not traveling with you for that long, but I don't think you're maybe as bad as you think you are.
No, I never said I was bad.
Well,
I suppose I never thought I was hurting them. I knew I was hurting other people, but sometimes one must. But not them.
no, that's where you're wrong. You see, sometimes in order to fulfill what we've been tasked with doing, we do end up hurting those we love, and it's not a good thing, but it's sort of inevitable. So perhaps you shouldn't be so hard on yourself about it. Just make up for it now, yeah? I mean, you're here now, and that's what matters. Just show him that you love him, and at least you'll have done your part, right? Whether he returns it or not, that's his thing.
That's what I told him.
There you are.
You're rather wise. For one who doesn't seem that old.
Well, no, I'm not that old, I don't suppose. Although, I carry enough of it with me. So, what is age, really? If you need pointers on leading a revolution, I don't know that ours was ever very successful, but I've fought with the resistance before.
I suspect
At home.
that is exactly what we're going to be doing.
Well, I mean, Papa sent me to see if there's any way we could get trade back open, But if you need an extra pair of hands, I think I've proven myself somewhat useful.
Immensely. Though I've started to realize that I can ask a great deal of people And I do not have the right to ask you to save my city.
Well, the way I look at it, I mean, the other one has her own ideas, but the way that I look at it is it's the world that needs saving. So, one city at a time, eh? Maybe someday I'll ask you to come save mine.
It's an old trope that travel broadens the mind, but I hadn't really thought in terms of the world, ever. But maybe I should.
Well, at any rate, it's not much one little city can do against what's out there all on our own, eh?
True. Or one family, I suppose.
I mean, I'm
Thank
saying
you.
it. Of course.
I know, given you plenty of reason to I've seen your face a few times traveling with us, and thank you for staying.
Well, just, between you and me, like the bird's pretty, but I don't know about having been dead. That's kind of weird.
Oh, it's
honestly.
nothing.
And the skinny one, she left, right? That's downright creepy. And sort of like what's happening around here, so you may want to look into that. And but your son there, like, I know his type. Yeah, they remind me of my friends back home. Someday I'll have to tell you the story of how my friends back home in the Thieves Guild, well, we fought with the gnomes against the dwarvish overlords. I mean, there's the whole thing there. So I know his type. I speak his language. I'd be happy to help. It might be more my speed than traveling with your crazy, skinny, dead raisin, whatever she is. And your dead bird that isn't dead, that isn't a bird that I don't know.
Did you call her Raisin?
You think you did?
As in raising the dead, but yeah.
Oh,
But it's even cuter when you think raisin.
I was like, that is absolute perfect. Sorry, continue.
Well,
So-
I'm glad someone may be able to speak his language, so to speak.
But tell me about this Samvelhain.
He is a lord, shall we say, in the city that we had some dealings with. In fact, we're under his patronage. I do want to speak to him, but perhaps I have some humble pie to eat. I wouldn't do it without asking. But none of you are under such strictures, I assure you.
Well, I mean, suppose where I come from, the lords tend to be something of well, we have terms for them, but you'd smack me. So
frankly, I don't trust this one as far as I can throw him, but a dear friend of mine did, and I sincerely hope that her trust was repaid in kind. So I will be speaking with him, and perhaps I won't precisely ask for permission, but I will at least inform my voice where I'm going.
well, if you need a extra set of feet and eyes and hands with you, I'll be happy to go.
And I'd be glad. I think in terms of your own mission of opening this city, he could be very, very useful to you. He was on the Council of Trade.
Right then. Excellent.
And
Well, that makes Papa happy.
now that you've seen it, perhaps you've realized your mission is of somewhat of a greater magnitude, perhaps, than you had first thought. This is a war here.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression. Just a wee bit.
And what worries me is that this war is spreading, perhaps even to your own home.
Well, we've got enough trouble of our own back home. But, I mean,
There's always room for more. It seems
when
to
I
always
left
get
Comarin
worse.
I left Comarin about, I guess it's been about a year ago now. It's quite bad, actually. Well, it's not right of me to ask, but do you think maybe someday I could get one of the skinny one's messages?
I think the skinny one's strange, but there's a kindness. And I can't explain it. I'm not sure anyone can, but
No, I do
she's
see what you mean, but
kinder than she looks.
that's fair. Well, good night, Vera.
Good night, and thank you. I needed to talk to someone.
Well, I mean, I'm always here, even if it's not, like this.
Yes, we'll need to talk more about that, but it's late.
Yeah.
And I will curl up on the little gunny sacks and go to sleep.
I will still do my candle pipe routine that I always do.
Okay. I promise not to dissolve you in your sleep. Ha. Ha. Ha.
Which, of course, now we're all not going to sleep.
No, I mean, he seems to be a slime of his word.
Yes.
Shoji, you and the rest of the gang, minus Almania, head over into what looks like general sleeping quarters. It is one room, one kind of long room. You can see that interior walls have been knocked down to make sure that this is all kind of one area. And it is just rows of double decker bunks. And there are families. It looks like pretty much like a family of halflings to a bunk.
Wow.
It is so just one large sleeping area, and they are crammed in like sardines. I mean, imagine like World War I, like refugees crammed into buildings. It's a mess. But there are mothers, fathers, there are little halfling children kind of huddled together, and you guys are given a number of bunks that appear empty. Yes,
Are there only
yeah.
right? Are there only halflings?
In here, all you see are halflings.
Oh,
You're the big
can
people.
I get? Yeah, that's true. Can I get a general story of what's been happening? Like what's going on exactly?
You want to just like walk around and talk to people?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been like this for months. At first, it was just the hunger. But the Mayweathers cracked down pretty hard in the slacks, and so there was, people were upset and angry and tempers were running high, but in the slacks, people weren't breaking into houses and killing people or stealing their food, etc. It was tight and people were starving to death, but they functioned roughly as a community. Then, what came first? Then the cult of Illyriel was friendly at first and then started to take a kind of a turn, and there was a lot of uncertainty about them because, anytime a cult pops up, well, somewhere there's some charismatic leader who really has a connection to a demon and at some point is going to try to bring them here. That is the history of cults in this city. And so that fear was always there, but these ones seemed different, and then they kind of took a turn, and there doesn't seem to be any leader. But they started to encroach on territory, and then people started disappearing. And in the last few months, every red moon, the ghouls come and take people.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there's disappearances suspiciously around the cult of Illyriel, and every month does the red moon.
Yeah, it's known that the cult of Illyriel takes people. The streets, there are always ghouls out at night now, but during the red moon, it's pitched war in the streets.
Wow.
And
And
every red moon, the halflings lose territory.
Wow, okay. This is definitely a war. Oh, what role has Salmfelheim played in all this?
Most of the people aren't terribly familiar with the name. Those who do recognize the name are kind of curious about why you're asking. As far as they know, he doesn't seem to have anything to do with what's going on over here.
Oh, how about the leaderships, like the council, whoever is in charge?
That response is always met with the Mayweathers lead us.
That's great.
Gideon Jr. and Benji are venerated.
Nice.
Kind of in at least among the halflings that you talk to down here.
That's great. Wow.
Yeah.
Has there been any cannibalism?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Not within the Slack, but definitely elsewhere in the city.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So that's kind of the information that you find out. Everybody kind of settles in, and you guys go to sleep. Over the course of the night, your sleep is occasionally broken by to some of you at least, the all too familiar high-pitched screaming of ghoul hunting cries. But otherwise, your sleep is undisturbed, although Vera, Karina, and Almanya, I need you all to make Constitution saving throws. And then do you want to make one for Almanya?
Yeah,
Jenny?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Man, we're doing great. Almania does great.
Amanya's fine.
Almanya sleeps like a baby. Karina and Vera, you guys gain all the benefits of a full rest, but you will have 1 point of exhaustion the next day. As you you wake up with like a crick in your neck. Your sleep was not great. But we will go ahead and end there. Roughly a year real time from the night that you guys left Onishire. I think I told you guys before the game, but I looked up the videos you guys left on January 17th, 2020.
And almost a year of game time.
37 episodes ago? And you guys have returned home. Your home is in trouble. Well, Vera and Elmania have returned home. Alrighty. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. I have this now on my desktop so that I can't lose it. We hope to see you again next Friday as things get even worse. I think we have everybody, but we will have everybody. But in the meantime, please join Becca and crew on Monday at 6:30 Mountain Time as they return to Call of Cthulhu: Horror on the Orient Express. While you're waiting for that, go back and watch the Jackals playtests from the last few weeks. Jackals is an amazing game system with the coolest combat mechanic that has ever existed, and you should love it.
It's great.
Anyway, we also invite you to follow and subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels, or visit our website, iconicproduction.wordpress.com. Come on, I can't get through one without at least one gap. Where you should follow us on social media, discover our lineup of podcasts, including actual play shows like this one, or support us on Patreon. Thank you so much. Until next week, we hope that you stay happy, healthy, and safe. Have a wonderful evening. And a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
But Happy New Year.